right, good evening, everyone. Just want to see you for live. Let me know if you could see me. This time I'm starting without the intro, so I hope everyone's doing great. And today is going to be a very special stream. So today is April 26, 2024, and it's been exactly 38 years since the worst nuclear disaster that happened in Chernobyl. So today we're going to be flying to Chernobyl exclusion zone, and let me tell you a little bit about what it's all about. If you haven't heard about it, or you've heard a little bit about it, so just a bit of a brief history. So in during late night safety test in Chernobyl nuclear power plant, uh, this catastrophe happened during the routine late night test in reactor 4, and sudden power increased caused reactor to explode and releasing massive amounts of radioactive materials into the environment. So I'm sure some of you have seen the Chernobyl series, HBO series. It actually explains it really well. So these are RBMK 1000 reactors, and it was supposed to be a routine test, and of course there's multiple factors that caused that explosion. And I'm not going to go into details. It's not a science class today. But what happened was it released more radioactive materials in the atmosphere than the atomic bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki combined. So the radioactive cloud during that explosion spread over a lot of the territories over Europe, mostly contaminating large areas of Belarus, Ukraine, and Russia. And then it actually went all around the world a few times. There were immediate deaths, of course. There's 2 workers that died the night of explosion, and then, of course, the 28 emergency workers, the firefighters that were brave to put that fire out, were died of radioactive sickness. In the following weeks, and there were approximately 49,000 people that were evacuated from city of Pripyat, where we're gonna fly today, the day of the accident, and then it created what's called a 30-kilometer radius exclusion zone that was affecting over 100,000 people. Eventually, those people were relocated from contamination zone. There actually people lived there still. Some of the old folks, they do have homes. And of course, this caused a lot of long-term health effects for the people around, and there's been a huge economic impact. And this is a very interesting place to visit because, well, first of all, when the reactor exploded, a lot of people were they were tasked to build what's called a sarcophagus. So it's called safe confinement. It's a concrete structure that was built to cover the reactor. And then in 2016, the new structure was placed. And we're actually going to see that on the flight simulator. It's called New Safe Confinement. That completely encased the older sarcophagus, which had a time limit of 30 years, approximately. And yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to do the following. So first of all, we're going to be flying this helicopter. And look at that. Hey, Chen. Hey, Eugene. We're going to be flying this helicopter with Eugene, and you guys can join as well. This is a group flight, so we're on VATSIM, and you can fly with us today. So it's a group flight. But before we do that, I'm just going to quickly get my iPad out, show you the route. So what we're doing today is we're starting from Kyiv. That's the capital city of Ukraine. And we're going into Kyiv itself. So we're going to fly westbound. So we're going to take off from here and then fly westbound to Kyiv. That's the capital city. We're going to tour Kyiv for a bit and then follow the Kyiv reservoir all the way to Chernobyl. So first we're going to visit the city of Chernobyl. And then we're going to go take a look at the power plant right here, and then visit the city of Pripyat. So that's the city that was evacuated. And of course, we're gonna see what's called the Duga, And I think I need to find it on the map. Well, we'll see it. It's actually quite easy to find. There it is. It's right here. This is the antenna that was used to detect nuclear launches. It used to be a secret base. And okay, Eugene says, how can you manage the CMS H145 at CS Baron model matching settings? Okay, I'll show you that I'll show you I'll show you that to you in a second. So okay, once we see the Dugas, we're gonna fly to. We're actually gonna fly back to Kiev, but we're not gonna reach Kiev. We're gonna go to Gostomel. So we're gonna go into this airport right here. That's where the famous Maria used to be. So we're gonna land here in Antonov International. So because of the recent events that many of you know, the Maria is no longer there and it was destroyed. So in our virtual world, we actually might be able to see it. I think that model is still there. I don't know if I removed it. But anyways, that's what we're gonna do. It's just very chill stream. So once again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your support. I know there's not much of you today, so yeah, just gonna be an interesting flight. And just so you know, I went there. I went there and I was there for 2 days. So I'm gonna be able to tell you some stories, answer your questions about the zone, and I'll be able to show you some pictures if you'd like. So there you go. And Eugene's asking me, how can I see the model matching? So let's see. So this is what I have for model matching. So I think I somehow match you up with HPG. So I do have IVAO model matching. So I have this. Oh, you know what? You actually won't be able to see my model matching. Okay, let's see. 1 second. Let me just drag this to another screen like this. I have to. There you go. Because okay, there's my cursor. I'm gonna go like that. Oops. Did I just disconnect? I can't even see anymore. So let me just. Okay, let me project it the other way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just add this as a source. So let me just add this as a source. Okay, so that is into capture, and then there it is. Yeah, there it is. Okay, perfect. So this is the model matching settings, and I have this as see I have the IVAO models. So I'm the EC. So I think you see it because I do have the EC 4.5 here. So it's probably matching it to these IVAO models. So that's what happens. And I do have the Ukrainian police model as well, but somehow I see you as that. So there's that. Ron says, good evening. Good evening, Ron. Good to see you. No settings on screen. You should be able to see it in a second. I know there's a bit of a delay. So I'm gonna get rid of it. Yeah, get the eval. I got it. Eval probably contains it. Yeah, interesting. All right, so let's get going. Eugene, I see you as H145, so that's a good thing. And if anyone wants to fly with us today, you could do so easily. All right, so I'm gonna actually try to remember how to fly this thing. Let's let me remember. So there it is. So engage battery master. Okay, so there's the battery master. OHB. On, then engage. Okay. So now I'm waiting for the power up test. Okay. So power up test. Okay, there it is. So I'm actually gonna get this to the cams. Okay, power up test is good. So test fire. Okay, let's do the fire test. So let's do
fire. Engine 1 fire.
Okay. And then 2.
Fire. Engine 2, fire.
Perfect. Okay, so we've got the lamp test.
Audio test.
And the audio test. Good. Lamp test is good. Perfect. So we need to get this helicopter going first. So thank you for your so thanks for your patience. Okay, so strobes. We've got, what do we have for lights? Okay, let's see. Position. Yeah, let's do the collision lights on right away. So there's the strobes. I'm gonna put the strobes on for a second. Okay, position lights into collision fuel prime pumps. Okay, so we've got fuel prime. Okay, good. Fuel prime pumps on. Good. And let's check for the message. Okay, good. That's good. Fuel prime pumps are good. Engine 1 and 2. So we're gonna get the Here we go. We're starting the engines now. Perfect. So of course, we're not just gonna go ahead and fly to the zone. We're just gonna start the engines first. So we're gonna get the engines going. Oh, okay, Simmons start. Oh, so you're gonna be Baron. Okay. I'm gonna be the Baron vertical takeoff. Yeah, that's right. Key start preparations. Let's see. Let me know if you're starting the engine so I could. Yeah, we're gonna do H145. The reason is I prefer the CH47 to be honest with the stream, but you know we gotta make it realistic because this is the Ukrainian livery, right? So we got the Ukrainian livery going. Okay, perfect. So that's good. All right, excellent. So prime. Good. So we're gonna do test hydraulics. System 1 and 2. That's good. All right, fuel prime pumps are off, and then transfer pumps are on. Okay, so standby batteries on, and we're gonna do avionics master 1 and 2. So static pilots, step. Static pilot is good. And LVC switch. Okay, so I'm trying to find it. I haven't flown this helicopter in such a long time. Just gonna adjust the lights, and it should be. Let me see, that should be oh yeah, it's in the center. Okay, got it. Is it where exactly is it? I'm trying to find. Okay, so is it in the center console? Fourth road up, okay. Center fourth road up. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, jeez, thanks, dude. You're the best. Okay, so we're switching to PIL. Perfect. So ABS, good. Lights, emergent exit lights, and we're gonna arm that. So, oh my god. Okay, so that's the instrument, and then okay, here we go. Okay, that's on arm position. Okay, so. So that's on. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's armed. Okay. And internal instrument lights, OHB. and air conditioning ventilation is okay. I mastered all planes. There you go, and helicopters. Good. Okay, full down. Test switch overhead. So I think we did the panels, the light switch test. But let's see. Let me just do it again. It's
Audio test.
okay. So lamp. Okay, so check main panel lights, smart TV, FMS. Okay, good. So that's good. That's good. Okay, we're gonna continue with that. Map.
TOS system test okay.
Okay, TOS system okay. Alright, perfect. Test switch off. And then we're gonna go into trim is good. Backup is on. 1, 2, that's on. And emergency floats. It's all fine. So we're gonna do 7,000. We'll do altitude reporting right now. Okay. And good. Flight plan checked. Okay, so we're now ready to go. Gonna set engines on idle, and let's latch that. Okay, strobes are on. Good. Yeah, let's turn on the lighting lights. Might as well for now. Okay, FNT check, no warnings. Okay, so no warnings. That's good. So we're ready to go. Now is mute. Perfect. Okay, so you did a pre-flight test to sub position and down. Oh, pre-flight test? Okay, which one it is? Okay, there's this one. Okay, so there it is. That's normal. So HTOS should be good. But I think we did all the tests that we need to. I think that's good to go. Alright, so let's go flying. Let's go flying. Okay, now it says lamp, but switches off to lamp. No, the lamp test is good. So this is off. Oh, I mean the pre-flight test, but you don't need to do the lamp test pre-flight. Oh, okay, I see. So you do the pre-flight first, then lamp, and then off. Okay, that's good. We don't need that test. Anyways, let's go flying. All right. So I don't know. Eugene, is your engine is on now. Perfect. I don't know why your flag's different. Let's go. All right. So we're gonna fly to Kyiv now. Oh, that's the pre-flight is before departing. Okay, got it. All right. Here we go. Let's get going. Yeah, this is not. We're not doing realistic flight today. We're just doing the group flight. Whoever wants to join, you guys are more than welcome to. So no procedures. We are in Vatsim, but we're not really announcing anything. Okay, so I'm actually gonna tune to 122 decimate. Just we're gonna monitor the Unicom. All right, so there's the Boryspil Airport. Yeah, we're not really doing the proper procedures for departure here. That's fine. Oh yeah, you see me as taking off vertically. Can you catch up to me? I want to see you flying with me. Oh, there it is. Oh, I see you. You're behind me. Alright, let's go to Kyiv now. So we're overflying the Velika Alexandrivka right here, and then Chubinsky. So this is M03. That's the highway M03 from the airport. So we're flying to the center of Kyiv now, for M03. Pretty good fuel, good enough for this flight, by the way. Look how beautiful the Kyiv is here, all the little houses. So we're just overflying the M03 and flying to Kyiv. Once again, if anyone wants to join us, you can do that. Thanks, Scott. Thanks for tuning in. You're gonna do some F-22 flights in Vatsim. Well, that's fun. That's fun. Yeah, we're gonna explore Chernobyl. I don't know if you wanna join us. Hop on to H145, fly with us. But if you're going to the Vatsim, yeah, that's fun too. So we're just gonna go see Kyiv first, and we're not too far. We're about 4 minutes away. And let me just project that. Here we go. So we're flying the M03, and we're gonna order flight Pozniki. Bortnichi, and then head to the center of Kyiv, and then we'll fly to Chernobyl, fly to the exclusion zone. Oh, your team will do a demo show at Atterbury, Canada on June 1st. So you mean the team as in like the Vatsim team, or your F-22 team? Awesome. All right, so there's Kyiv straight ahead. Oh, you live near Abbotsford? That's awesome. For those of you guys who tuned in, we are overflying the capital city of Ukraine, Kyiv. So we're going to explore the city for a bit and then fly to Chernobyl exclusion zone. And I'll tell you all about Chernobyl. Everything that I know. All the stories and all the landmarks that I've visited in real life, we're going to visit virtually. Now, what's interesting about this place is that you cannot go there anymore because of the war. You cannot visit Chernobyl anymore. And probably won't be able to for at least 5 years after the war. So I was fortunate enough to visit that place 6 months before the war started, so that was interesting. Alright, so there we go. There's Poznaki. There's your VIP seat.
Obstacle ahead. Obstacle ahead.
Yeah, that's fine. There's not a factor.
Obstacle ahead. Obstacle ahead.
No, the obstacle that we're probably referring to are these stacks and the bridge. So what's interesting is that we are using the
obstacle ahead. Pull up. Obstacle ahead. Pull up.
That's funny.
Obstacle ahead.
We should probably turn that off. Yeah, we're inside the airspace. This is the 750. By the way, in this case, we are using this one right here. So we're using the GTN by TDSim. So TDSim kindly provided us the version of the GTN. By the way, this is the actual GTN that I fly with in real life. That's really cool. It is nicely simulated here, so we're using this GTN right here. So we're squawking 7,000. Curious if we can turn off the TCAS. Probably. Yeah, probably not. We're gonna get that TCAS warning many times. Okay, so great question, Hamilton. Yeah, please do ask me questions. So first question is, when you visit Chernobyl, how did you know if certain areas were safe to visit? Well, first of all, you just cannot go there. So what you need to do is you need to get a permit, and it takes a while. So you go with the authorized tour company, and they have to check your background. So you're checked against the SBU database. So SBU is like, I guess, equivalent of KHB or FBI. And then you get assigned a tour guide that's licensed to go there, and they can only take you through the safest spots, the spots that were tested for radiation contamination. So they cannot take you to dangerous places. However, you can still bend the rules. So we did bend some rules. So rules for everyone are like, you cannot enter the buildings, which we still did. So we did do stuff that's not officially allowed, but everyone does it, so we did it as well. So we entered a few buildings, and apartment buildings, of course. And I'll tell you one more thing that we did.
Obstacle
Shortly.
ahead. Obstacle ahead. 500.
Here we go. So first stop here is the statue called Iron Lady. So this is the statue in Kyiv.
Obstacle ahead. Pull up.
And I'm not sure why the textures aren't the greatest.
Obstacle ahead. Pull up. Obstacle ahead. Pull up.
Okay, 1 second. You know what?
Pull
Let me
up.
just land.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
I'm gonna get the.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Warning, terrain.
I'm gonna probably. There we go. I'm gonna probably mute that. Let me just mute those warnings. There we go. I'm just gonna mute them. Okay, so I think that's under TOS, right? So okay, there it is. We're gonna mute them. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can mute this somehow. Okay, so set up. Alerts. So we're just gonna get this turned off, and then let me see. Eugene, did you catch up to me? Because you're supposed to just go to the Iron Lady and then catch up to me. Oh, there it is. There's the textures have loaded. Okay, what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna disable auto FPS, and I'm going to go to general options, and I'm gonna make sure that my terrain level of detail is actually more than this. So we're gonna do 200 for this. Yeah, because we are in an FPS friendly zone. Okay, that's good. One more thing. So let's go into terrain. Yeah, we're gonna inhibit that. Okay, good. So there it is. Oh, there's C on the ground. Okay, let's see. Oh, there it is. You're here. Okay, let me just let me see there. All right. So just a quick reminder, guys. You can fly with us as well. Okay, so there it is. I muted all the alerts. So now we're gonna explore the Iron Lady. There it is. You can catch up to me now. How beautiful the statue is. This was from Soviet Union era. And this is the statue that's located in Kiev. So it's near the World War II museum. So I'm not sure why the details aren't the greatest. I think it's still loading, but in real life it's obviously beautiful statue. But there's the Ukrainian flag, and this statue is massive. It is actually huge. So let me quickly check this. Okay, so I'm gonna go into here, and then I'm gonna check. Okay, I think it still did that, and I'm gonna see if object level detail is increased. Okay, let's do that. 195. Okay, let's see. Maybe it would load better. So let's fly around it for a bit. I think it's supposed to. Yeah, it's supposed to be a lot higher resolution. But anyways, so this is the statue. It's called Iron Lady.
Too low terrain. Too low terrain.
Oh my god.
Too low terrain. Too low terrain.
It's not good.
Too low terrain. Too low terrain.
Okay, let me just.
Too obstacle ahead. Pull up. Obstacle. Too low
Let me
terrain.
just probably. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna probably
Too low
disable
terrain.
this.
Too
Because
low terrain.
we're doing it very realistically, so I'm gonna probably disable it. There it is. Disable it. I don't really need it. Yeah, I've got the PMS as well, but we're gonna disable it. Alright, so this is the monastery. Famous monastery. Kiev Pечерская Lavra, it's called. Okay, Ariel says, hey, do you flying Airbus A320 before? Do you know if it's a safe airplane? Oh yeah,
Too
it is
low terrain.
totally safe. This was also yelling at me. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna deal with it in a second. But anyways, yeah, this is the Kiev Pечерская Lavra.
Obstacle ahead.
This is the really cool monastery that you can visit in Kiev. This is the World War II monument. It's the monument of a known soldier right here. This one. Are you at 128? Yeah, so let's see if the... Can you say something on 128? Okay, so it's on comp 2 for a second. Okay, let's see. 128. Oh, it's... Okay, there's the comp 1. Okay, there it is. Comp check on Unicom. And there's the Kiev Dynamo soccer field, by the way. That's the soccer team that represents Kiev, Dynamo. There's the
Pull up.
soccer field, also known as football. So that's what we call it in Europe. So I guess North American version is soccer. There it is. And what else I wanted to show you is the Kiev Independence Square. So last time I visited Kiev, I stayed at the hotel right where the Independence Square was. So we're Maidan Niezależności. There it is. There's the Independence Square. This is where stuff happens. This is where the, you know, that
500.
big revolution happened in 2014. You know, that's the place. This is the place where a lot of folks have been protesting.
Okay, traffic, blue to request record check, please.
Here you probably 5x5, this blue one.
5x5 as well, perfect. I was on 120.8 instead, that's funny.
Yeah, I had the Unicom on standby myself. Yeah, it actually was in com 2. All right, so there it is. We're gonna land in Maidan. I'll quickly show you. So I'm gonna quickly show you where my hotel was. So this is the main square. That's where a lot of people hang out. So let me just land quickly. So I'm gonna make sure that I disable the alerts. Okay, let's see. All right, so let's see if I can do this in FMS. So let's see. That's the FMS. Dale, thank you so much for the 50 stars. You're so awesome. Thanks so much for the donation on Facebook. Look at that. Wow. Thank you. Stick around for the Chernobyl tour because we're just started, right? So right now we're still in Kiev. So let me quickly take a look at the settings. So we're gonna, of course, we're in a realistic mode and piece of equipment. And then setup. So that's all good. I guess what we can do is we can still go back to the TDS sim, but I want to make sure that we disable the terrain. How do we do that? Okay, so utilities, though, that's not there. If anyone knows, let me know. Okay, so system audio. Okay, so this is the click volume. You know what else we can do is we can... Let's see if I can do something here. Okay, let's see. And audio panel. So... try. Dean says Xbox Flight Simulator. No, this is Flight Simulator. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's not Xbox. Please on PC. You guys, not Xbox. All right, so let's go back and alerts. Okay, so these are the airspace alerts. CGI scale. Okay. Oh, I gotta update it. Anyways, let me think. Eugene, do you know how do I disable it? So I do have the TAWS on mute. So the TAWS is on mute. So terrain avoidance system is on mute. So everything is good here. So I wonder if there's any settings to do the ground proximity warning. Okay, let's do it. All right, let's fly to Chernobyl now. And I stayed in the hotel right here, so it was in this little street right here. So my hotel was right there. Right there. That's actually my hotel. There it is. You can see it. Right, we're flying it here.
Terrain ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
That's funny. Terrain ahead. Pull up. Oh, we can also take a look at the TV tower. There's two of them. There's the old one, and then there's the kind of like a newer one.
Obstacle ahead. Pull up. Obstacle ahead. Pull up. Obstacle ahead. Pull up. Obstacle ahead. Obstacle.
Okay, yeah, I guess I have to inhibit that warning. Okay, good. I guess I should do it on both so they're not synchronized. This computer it's not Xbox console, it's PC. I know it's a very common question on Facebook, by the way. It's Microsoft Flight Simulator on PC. So when we're gonna fly there, I guess it's your opportunity to ask me questions about Chernobyl, and I can answer them for you if you want. I'll show you some photos. But first place that we're gonna visit. So I'm gonna land and I'm gonna show you pictures from the place. Does that sound good? Look at that awesome model of the TV tower. It's pretty cool. Anyways. Let's get going now. Eugene, are you following me? Let's see if you are. Yeah, let me see if I can turn on the traffic. Yeah, I see you. Okay, you're far. You're far from me. It's all slow down. So one thing I wanted to test is, let's say if we're going, let's say here, let's create a waypoint. And now if we're gonna go direct, create waypoint user 001. Great. So if we go into user 001, what's gonna happen? Okay, so let's do that. Enter and activate. Okay, let's see. Alright, good. So will it now fly the flight plan? Curious. You guys can join the flight just by connecting to VATSIM. So connect to VATSIM and you can join the flight. Anyways, the first waypoint that we're gonna see is gonna be the Teatri. So this is gonna be the entry point to the zone.
Okay, traffic. Bluetooth position report. We are approaching Vyshgorod at 1800 QNH 1015.
Oh wow. QNH 1015. Okay, what do we have here? 1016 for me. Okay, so we are Blue 1. So we're at 1 minute, so that's 2 miles, 2 nautical miles south of Vyshgorod. Vyshgorod traffic, Blue 1 is 2 miles south of Vyshgorod. We are at 1200 and QNH 1016 Blue 1. Awesome.
Copy that. I will try to pull you. Bluetooth.
We're going to switch heading to 150. So let's see. I'm just going to set it up for us so we can can talk about it. Okay, so 150 is probably going to be here. Blue one is over Vishoret, heading 150. And it's altitude 2000, 106. Okay, awesome. There we go, 2000. We're going to keep 2000. All right. What is your parameters to talk to the HC? So we're actually just flying.
Traffic information cockpit. We're going to follow Dnieper coast, probably, at altitude 1,200.
Alright, Roger. Blue one is heading direct to Dityatki. So that's the first waypoint. And then we'll enter the zone from the south. Okay, so Dityatki. So this is where we're going. I'm gonna show you guys.
Direct Dityatki, copy that, thank you.
Awesome. Oh yeah, Eugene knows. Eugene knows where Dityatki is. Dityatki. Dityatki, this is the entry point to the zone. So I'm going to show you guys the pictures of how that looks like. So this is the gateway to the zone. So that's what you enter when you drive to the zone. And the way it looks is, you can even see my photo here. I'm going to project my iPad now. Yes, there it is. See that? There's me. This is Skokopeped Dityatki, so this is the entry point to the zone. And did I just go back? Okay. How do I go back here? All right. So one thing that you'll notice right away is these dogs. So these dogs are basically part of the Chernobyl. They're stray dogs. They're all over the place. We kind of pet them a little bit, but you don't want to pet them too much. So that's one thing. So let me just get the photos of the. Yeah. So just to show you. This was my drone permit, okay? So this was my drone permit. This is like an e-ticket. So everyone gets that. So when you bring a drone to the zone, they give you this ticket right here. And then it basically says when are you visiting, you know, and then what your drone serial number is and stuff like that. So that's what you need to do. And that's what you need to do in that checkpoint. And of course, the checkpoint also has like souvenirs and stuff like that, and that's how it looks. That's how it looks like. So this is the checkpoint. That's where all the folks that want to enter the zone. That's the first checkpoint that they go through. After that checkpoint, it's entrance to the zone. And of course, the radiation levels were very low. So this is 12 microrankeins per hour. So there's practically no radiation at that point. So we're gonna see that spot, and we're gonna see how Dityatki looks like here. It'll take us a while. So we're just following along the shoreline and heading towards that waypoint. I'll need to switch networks back and forth because that's the way I have it set up, unfortunately, to give us the exact position. So let me just do that in a second. Let's see if I can see Eugene here. Eugene's flying with us. So let me know if you have any questions so far about the zone. I didn't really prepare, like a script or anything. This is all unscripted, as raw as it can be. I feel like, you know, yeah, we're going to Chernobyl, and I went there before, so we're gonna watch some photos and some videos that I took from the zone. So we're flying to Chernobyl, and first stop will be the entryway. That's the entryway to the zone. It's sort of like a checkpoint. So it is sort of like a military zone, so it is heavily guarded. One thing is, there are people that go there illegally. They tour Chernobyl illegally. So Felix says, I've never been to Chernobyl, but I've been to nearby areas. Oh, which area have you been to? So we're still flying in the area where people live, but we're about to enter the zone. So we're about 9 minutes of flight. It's about 21 miles until we reach. Oh, you were in so that Pripyat is Chernobyl zone. So that's like the ultimate zone. Oh, you said Chernobyl itself. Oh, Chernobyl city. Interesting. So I went to Chernobyl city, and we stayed there in the hotel. So it's called Desyatka. Okay, how do you talk to ATC in real time? So this is VATSIM. So we're connected to VATSIM. Oh, so Felix, so you've been to Pripyat. Interesting. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love the stream, man, if you've been there. Because we're gonna go through all of the landmarks of Pripyat. So Red Schutzer says, how do you talk to ATC? Okay, what's going on? Why is it so unstable? 1 second. Oh, you lived in Ukraine for 2 years. Oh, nice. So you went on a tour, right? You went on a tour to Pripyat? You were young. Nice. We're gonna land, and we're gonna wait for Eugene to catch up to us. Actually, you know what? Let's wait for Eugene now. We're gonna wait for him. By the way, this is the Ukrainian police livery right here. Oh, you were not on the tour? Wow. How did you get to Pripyat? Oh, wait, visiting a friend who someone still lived there. Wait, lived where? In Pripyat? It's impossible to live in Pripyat. It's completely abandoned, by the way. Completely abandoned. Once again, Dale, thank you so much for this sending stars. So, people don't live in Pripyat. They live in the nearby villages, but these are just old folks, and there's only a handful of them. There's absolutely no no flats or some sort of a place to live in Pripyat. It is gated. Yeah, you're probably thinking of the wrong place. You might be thinking about Chernobyl, because Chernobyl is where people live. So that's a city where people actually live, but it's part of the zone. So you cannot live there if you're under 18, and if a woman is pregnant, she cannot live there or enter the zone. So pregnant people cannot be there, and kids. Try to find a name. Nice. Okay, yeah, let me know because I wanna know the name of the place. All right, going to Litatki first. And we'll compare that to the photos. So there it is. I'm surprised none of you guys wanted to fly with us except for Eugene. So I guess no one wants to do something like this on a Friday evening. It is Friday evening here, so. Just flying there. That charge my iPad. Okay, chat. We're about to enter it soon. So let me just a bit of a outside view. Missed Eugene. I don't know, it flies so fast. Yeah, there it is. It's straight over there. Oh yeah, T-16 free as well, yeah. Oh, Pripyat's in Chernihiv. Oh wow, that's like... That's probably Slavutich. Yeah, that's Slavutich, okay. You were in Slavutich. That's the city where a lot of... nuclear power plant workers live. You were in Slavutich. You were here. I'll show you in a second. Slavutich is, yeah, it's not part of the Chernobyl zone. Yeah, Slavutich. That's where you were. Or how Russians would say Slavutich. Slavutich is the city that was built after the accident, so a lot of the nuclear power plant workers live there. So there's a train going from Slavutich to the power plant, so you can take that train. And it actually goes through Belarus border, and that's another way to enter the zone. Waiting for you to catch up. So I can do some formation. There he is on the right side.
Traffic is position report on Bluetooth. We are directing the Chesky. It's kind of hard to do some VFR here when you just have trees, but better just head in there. By the way, Drew, could you please double check you connected into WhatsApp, because I don't see you in WhatsApp, by the way.
I see you right now. I'm not sure why you don't see me. Okay, let's see. Let me just reconnect. Okay, let's see. I just connected. Yeah, there you are. I see you. I'll show you where that. Where the entrance is. Entrance to the zone. It's straight ahead. Right here. Yeah, they see me. You're in 11 o'clock.
Oh, yep, traffic inside. I still don't see you in West Spy though, but probably just Global Hawk though.
Yeah, that's strange. Hey, spicy garlic, hello. Yeah, just follow me then. We're gonna go to Tatki checkpoint. It's straight ahead, about 7 miles around there.
Okay, copy. Following here, traffic inside.
Got you on my 6. Alright, here we go. I don't know, the rest of you guys, you should be flying with us. What's going on here? You guys should be flying with us together, exploring the zone. I don't know why no one else joined, but oh well. See, Eugene is the best, you know, gotta admit. Yeah, I should have joined us. Joined the fun. Alright, so there's Eugene. It's like little red dots over there. Same flying similar helicopter, just in red color.
Am I a red one now? That gray was better.
Yeah, you're red. Okay, let me disconnect. I think it picks the random ones. Let's see. Felix, you still can. You guys can join anytime right now. You guys can join anytime. Just pick the helicopter, like a default one, I guess. That's it. All right, I think it changed the color. Well, okay, we'll see what you are, what livery you are. Once you get closer.
Okay, yeah, you're a bit high now, but I'm approaching you.
Roger. Alright, so we're gonna track the B05 to the Tatki waypoint. And B05 is right here.
Can you say once again, please?
Just tracking the P05 road to the Tatki.
Okay, copy that then. Yeah, I have you inside, so follow you.
Okay, so P05 is... That's this road right here. Yeah, this one, the main road. Yeah, it is the diamonds. That's right. I just should have changed that, but that's fine. All right, so there it is. There is the road to the zone. Road to the zone, and we're gonna. Oh, look, there's vehicles there. This is the road to the zone, and we're going to be approaching the Tatki shortly. This is the entrance to the zone. I'm going to show that to you on a photo. So once again, we're going to show you that. But the Tatki waypoint is right here.
Could you report your speed, please?
It's around 100, but I'm going to slow down now. So this is going to the Tatki is in less than 1 mile. Actually, 1 mile, around 1 mile. is. You could already see Tugas. So we're now
Okay,
entering the zone.
Ensuring some runway. Okay, I'm back on track.
Yeah, I'm just tracking the E05 road, but the Chatki itself, the little town's gonna be on the right, but we're looking for the entryway.
Okay, got it.
It's gonna be the checkpoint, and I'll show you exactly where it is because I have it here. So it's hard to find them. And there it is. Terrain, pull up. That's fine. That's fine. So we're gonna land. What's interesting is even the
Okay, traffic back inside, following you.
yeah, even the power lines are correctly represented because these are power lines coming from the power plants. So the Tabki checkpoint is right here. I'm not sure if that tower is accurate. There's a tower here. The tower placement, I'm not sure if it's accurate, but this is the Tabki checkpoint. So I'm gonna land. I'm gonna show you a couple of photos of how it looks like in real life. I know it's not correctly simulated here, but there it is. You can see a couple of buildings that Microsoft placed, but it is the correct representation of the roads. So this is the checkpoint to enter the exclusion zone. So that's where you go in to do your document checks and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna land real quick. And blue one down at the Tapki checkpoint. Okay, we got Eugene on the right hand side. There he is. Okay, so this is the
little approach in the top gate. It's still kind of tricky for me to land this scene, but I'll do my best.
Roger. I see it. All right, so let me get the iPad connected so that you'll see. So we got Eugene. Okay, 1 second. It's coming up. There it is. There it is. So we got Eugene here. It's blue 2. So I'm blue 1. So this is the Tatki checkpoint. So you go here, you park, you check your documents, and we're now about to enter the Chernobyl exclusion zone. So exclusion zone is this right here. This is how big it is. So this is the, I don't know why it says Chernobyl nuclear power plant zone of alienation, but it is a exclusion zone. So you cannot live here. You have to enter with a special permit. And once we cross, we're going to be tracking the same road all the way to Chernobyl. So when I went there, we drove through here. We drove to Chernobyl. And then we went right away to, like, we crossed the bridge here, and then we went to the village. Let's go Krasny village right here. This is Krasny village. It's a whole bunch of abandoned villages, and it is a really cool place to visit. So not a lot of people can actually go there because it's also kind of gated and it's guarded as well, and a lot of like illegal, I guess what's called stalkers can actually get there because it is hard to get there. So a lot of the things there, such as, you know, buildings are nicely preserved. You know, we saw a school there and a whole bunch of small little buildings. So let me just show you a couple of photos. What year? That was 2021. So that was.
Here we go. That was my probably best landed so far.
That was great. I saw you land there. That's awesome. All right, so let's see. I don't know why. Okay, by the way, something that you can do here in the chat is you can drive this thing. So this thing is like okay, let me get the better Wi-Fi. Yeah, that was 2021. This is the Berdem. It's like the old Soviet Union you know, armored vehicle that you can drive around. So it's part of the things that you can do as a tourist. So you can drive this BRDM around there. I didn't do it, but you have an option to do it. And of course, you can buy yourself some souvenirs. I really like the souvenir shop in here in the Tatki. So you can buy like a bunch of stickers and you know, there's some really cool things. I bought a couple of stickers. By the way, I have one sticker in my room. But I love this one. It says, "Enjoy Chernobyl, die later." That was a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. And of course, so I already showed you what papers you need. And this is how the Tatki looks. So this is where we are right now. That's how you basically enter the zone. So I'm not really allowed. I wasn't allowed to make videos here, but I still did. So that's basically, you're not supposed to film this, but of course I did. So we had this little Sprinter, the Mercedes Sprinter. That's what we used to tour the Chernobyl. So that was our tour guide. And of course, there's Chernobyl dogs. This is a very interesting you know, sight to see. These dogs are extremely friendly. Some of them are you know, hybrid between the wolves. So this one, for example, is, you know, stray dog plus wolf. And all of them are marked, so you can see all they have marked. So they're all tracked, so they track the movement of the dogs, where they're going. And of course, we went to the local shop and got those dogs some sausages that we gave them. It was really cool. So yeah, there's a couple of, you know, photos of like machinery and stuff that I took, and you know, on the way there. But we're gonna continue. We're gonna go into the city of Chernobyl. I'm gonna show you some photos and tell you all about it. So the next stop is city of Chernobyl. So we have now entered the zone. Let's go ahead and take off. Okay, so let me just let me I'll let Eugene know that I'm taking off. The Chatki traffic blue line is airborne. Okay, here it is. Oh yeah, you left in 2024. Oh wow, 2014. Oh, you left at like the, you know, when this whole thing happened. Oh my god, that's crazy. All right, so here we go. We now officially, virtually entered.
Okay, I'm watching
Chernobyl
this
zone.
nice sweet prop just took off from the ground. Following you.
Isn't that crazy?
More than new technology.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so let's see. So I'm going to maintain. I'll maintain about 80 knots or so until we catch up.
Okay, are we following this road?
Yeah, we're tracking this road. Yeah, we're tracking this road north.
Okay, nice. Got it.
I should be behind you. Oh, Felix, you're. Oh, nice. Are you in the Tatki? You gotta be in the Tatki though. So not sure. I don't really see you. So let's see. I should have the traffic in about 80 miles now. Okay, let's do that. So we're blue 1 and blue 2. So I don't really see your call sign. All right. So we've officially entered Chernobyl exclusion zone. Of course, all this area is now abandoned. So there's of course a lot of forest areas. There's a lot of interesting wild animals, by the way, that you can see. And yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh, I'm seeing Duga from here. By the way, what's our next point? Chernobyl?
Yeah, we're going to Chernobyl. We'll visit Duga last. But yeah, Duga is like super visible from everywhere. Yeah. Got Duga inside as well.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
Yeah, I actually saw it. We did the low pass on the Cessna 172. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. The low pass was crazy. Something
I
that
believe I saw a video of this somewhere. Is
Yeah.
it there?
yeah, it's on my YouTube channel. Actually, I did post a video of that flight with Plane Ukraine. So yeah, we flew on the real Cessna
Everyone who
172.
watching stream should watch this.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you guys should watch that video. It's an interesting one. The stream brings back some memories. Oh, nice. Okay, perfect. Yeah, Ukrainian winters were something. Oh yeah, for sure. All right, so that's where road splits into two. So we're gonna follow to the left.
500.
And the next waypoint is city of Chernobyl. Now, city of Chernobyl is not abandoned. Oh, we can already see the nuclear power plant from here. There it is. There's the Arka. That's the new safe confinement straight ahead. But yeah, we're flying to city of Chernobyl. So you are only allowed to live there for some time. So it's around 20 days, and then you have to leave and then come back. So a lot of people that live there, they service the zone as well as this nuclear power plant. So most of them are police officers, military personnel, and personnel that handles the security of the site. Everyone else who works at the nuclear power plant, because there's still a lot of people that work there, that they work on decommissioning. They live in a city called Slavutich, and I'll show that to you in a second. So we are almost there. So you could already see some buildings. And this is not Chernobyl yet, but it is straight ahead. There's some industrial buildings. Some of them are abandoned, by the way. So of course, there's a lot of abandoned buildings in the exclusion zone. Most of them are contaminated with radiation. So of course, you cannot just wander around here on your own. You have to follow the guide that knows. So everything in the zone. So one thing that you gotta do when you're there is you want to make sure that you follow all instructions. You don't touch the ground. You don't pick anything up that you're not supposed to. And you don't eat anything while you're there. Whether that's like apples that are hanging, and you don't just lie on the ground. So you gotta be very careful. But if you take all the precautions, you don't really need to wear a mask or anything like that. Okay, Felix says my dad was a porter up north. Oh, nice. That's cool, man. That's awesome. Right, so here we are. We're in Chernobyl now. So I'm gonna try to find a hotel where we lived. Sadka, I think. Let me try to find it. I'm gonna tell you all about it. I think I see it. Oh, there's Eugene. Okay, so as you can see, Chernobyl is not that big. I'm just trying to see where it is. So there's the nuclear power plant on the left-hand side. So this is the main administration building. By the way, that's where the SBU is, the sort of the KGB of SBU headquarters, the KGB of Ukraine. They sit there and then they watch everything. And then I think that's our hotel. I think that was it. So let me show you. So we stayed in hotel here. So it's like a Soviet Union era hotel. Really cool. I think that's the one.
500.
Oh, flying around Chernobyl. Oh, nice. Can't hear you too well. Oh, sorry. Can't hear me? Yeah, there's I think that's the hotel. That's the hotel. Let me just... Okay, now it's good. Okay, let me just adjust the volume. There it is. Okay, is it better? Okay, how's the external? Is the external better? Hey Jean, good to see you. You know, we're in Chernobyl zone now, exploring the zone. So that's our hotel. I believe this is it. Let me just land. I'm gonna talk about it in just a second. I'm gonna actually land in this. It's a bit better. So what? I'm not that loud. Thanks for letting me know. By the way, it's good to know. Okay. Turn it down. Terrain. I don't know why I'm losing the collective. I don't know why. Okay, there it is. There it is. Let me just land here. And then we'll quickly talk about it. This is fascinating. Excellent. Oh, thanks, John. Love it. So feel free to ask me questions about Chernobyl, because I'm going to release the video soon. I'm still working on it. I was going to release it like on April 26th, because today is the anniversary, but I couldn't do it. All right, so let's take a look at some photos of what Chernobyl is. So first of all, I'm gonna tell you where we're at right now. So we have just landed in the city of Chernobyl. So there's a lot of misconceptions about the city. So a lot of people are saying, "Oh, it's Chernobyl is the one that's abandoned, this and that." Actually, it's not. So as I mentioned, there's people that live here. So this is the city where people still live, because majority of contamination actually went north, and it went kind of like northwest. It went to Belarus, right? So it contaminated Belarus. So it did not go to Kiev. It just kind of went like this, like that. Right. So Kiev got lucky. And so did Chernobyl. So Chernobyl wasn't really affected as much as it could have been. So there is a big city here called Pripyat, which we're going to visit. So you may have seen a lot of photos. I'm going to show you photos of Pripyat once we get there. But Pripyat is where it's very contaminated. Then you may have heard, so this is the nuclear power plant. It is actually north west of us, right? It's about 8 miles. We're about 8 miles away from the site 0. And this is the plant. We're going to go into the plant, but this is the famous Bridge of Death that we're going to talk about. It's actually a myth. So there's a railway station here. There's a railway. And then there is Red Forest. So Red Forest, I believe is, let me just quickly see. Yeah, that should be the Red Forest right here. This one. So that's where the levels of radiations are extremely high. We actually had to pass that Red Forest at the very high speed. So it's on the way to. And then, by the way, this is where the Pripyat sign is, and that's the Red Forest. So right here. So the reason why it's called Red Forest is because during the explosion, a lot of radioactive hot particles landed on the forest and it turned red. You know how forest turns red during fall? So that's exactly what happened to the forest. It turned red. Anyways, back to Chernobyl. We're going to talk about that, that place in just a bit, about Red Forest and so on. Once we're going to go to the station. First, I'm going to show you how Chernobyl looks like. So where we are right now is here. We're actually near near this hotel. So this is called Desiatka. That's the hotel we stayed at. So this is the building. So that's the hotel. And can you notice something? Do you see this? Do you see these fences? So by the way, this is a Volga. That's the old Russian car. Do you see how it's all fenced up? There's a reason for it. So there's strict rules in this hotel. You have to stay inside after 10 o'clock. So after 10 p.m. there's a curfew. So they lock these doors and you can't get out. So once you're in, that's it. They seal you in so you cannot get out. And then you can only consume alcoholic beverages from, I think, from 9 to 10. So yeah, see? Sorry, from 7 to 9. So alcohol is released at from 7 to 9. So from between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. you can drink beer. After that, you can't. So that's our hotel. And of course, there's all these dogs that kind of lie down. So the curfew is for safety. They want to make sure that you don't wander around, right? So this is important because first of all, you don't want to get too drunk, and you don't want to wander around in a city that's that is contaminated somewhat, right? So they don't want you to go and wander around at night on your own, because that would be dangerous. And by the way, this is the lunch that we've had in that hotel. So typical Russian food, you got your potatoes, you got your I think that was chicken, right? So there it is. Philippine Aviation says flight area is very smooth, so is the landing. 0 seconds float. That's nice. Good morning from Kansas City. By the way, that's JL and that's 8:45. Oh wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Welcome aboard. We're just talking about Chernobyl. So we saw the dogs, and of course I wanted to make sure, I wanted to see how radioactive the dogs are. I don't know if you can hear it from the iPad, but yeah, it's 10 microrankins. So there's very little radiation in Chernobyl, and of course I was trying to measure the dogs too. So yeah, there's the dogs were clean, and we got them some sausages. And this is our tour guide, so he gave them some sausages. There you go. I think you can hear the sound, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna turn the sound down. So yeah, so this is the city of Chernobyl. And the next thing we're gonna visit is an actual nuclear power plant. Of course, this is one of the videos of us entering the zone, and you'll see this video when I'm gonna release my my long video. And what made you visit Chernobyl? Oh, that's a beautiful question. I'm gonna answer that in a second. That's once we're gonna start flying. It's a good question. So this is the city of Pripyat. So that's the Pripyat. We're gonna visit that city. But I wanted to just quickly show you how the nuclear power plant looks like. So there's a lot of pictures from Pripyat that we're gonna see. But first thing we're gonna take a look at is the power plant itself. Oh, by the way, there's another photos of Chernobyl city. So this is where we are right now. So this is how the Chernobyl city looks like from my drone. This was wrong stream. Oops. Yeah. Philippine Aviation. We're just flying to Chernobyl zone. So I don't know if we didn't fly the AirAsia 763, unfortunately. Wrong stream. Yeah. So this was our breakfast. Typical Soviet Union breakfast. Let's see what else I should show you. Okay, that was Duga. So we're gonna get to Duga in a second. Let me see. So I want to show you the nuclear power plant, because that's where we're flying next. Okay, let me just wind to that. And then we're gonna see photos of Pripyat. And then the interesting stuff's coming, so don't go away. I got some interesting stuff for you. I'm gonna show you some really cool stuff. So this is the main thing that main attraction, of course, is the Unit 4. This is the nuclear power plant itself, and you see me standing in front of the statue. So this statue is dedicated to all of the workers that were putting this disaster away. You know, all of the liquidators. So this is the statue, and then this is the only place where you can take photos officially. So of course I took I took some videos that I was not supposed to, but that's good. So this is what's called the ARCA. That's the arc. So the famous photos that you've probably seen of power plant is with this older exhaust pipe, like, you know, the big one. It's like a check your V-pilot is partially visible. Oh, okay. Oh, is it? Okay. Oh, awesome. Good to know. Thank you, sir. You're the best. Fantastic. Yeah, so this arc was created in 2016, so it completely enclosed the whole Unit 4, the older sarcophagus that was built in Soviet Union. So the sarcophagus was built in 1986, had a shelf life of 30 years, and that's exactly at 30 years they've enclosed this. So there's been a lot of folks from Europe came in and they built this. This is another engineering marvel, I think, and we're gonna see that in the flight simulator, of course. And this is how it used to look like. So that was the actual power plant, how it looked like. And this is the Unit 4 that blew up. So this is the photo of it before the disaster, of course. And that whole front of the building blew up because of the explosion, all because of the test. And yeah, so these are the vicinity of the power plant, and we're gonna go there. I did not do the actual power plant tour, but there's an option for you to visit the actual power plant. So once again, this is a very illegal video, by the way. I was not allowed to do this, but I still did, just for you guys. Anyways, I know I've been showing a lot of pictures. Let's go see it. Let's go see how it looks like in Microsoft Flight Sim. So, all right, so we're gonna be airborne. And Chernobyl traffic. Blue one is going airborne and heading to nuclear power plant now. Okay, there you go. There it is. So I love the question is what made you go there? Okay, so well, first of all, I've been always fascinated by this by these catastrophes. So there was a book that I read when I was 14. It's called Chernobyl Prayer, and that book was actually the one that the HBO series were based on. And it was written by I think Svetlana Alexievich. And so they speak both. They speak Russian and Ukrainian, mostly Russian, but nowadays it's mostly Ukrainian. So yeah. Anyways, the Chernobyl Prayer was a fascinating book. I suggest if you really want to learn about this tragedy, you should read that book, because it's a very interesting and it's a sad book. It's more of I guess it's more based on all of the stories that people told, and it's sort of like a collection of different interviews, and it was very interesting. And that's how the HBO series were produced on. They were produced based on this book. It was really cool. So of course the director read that book and he decided to write a script based on that book. That was very interesting. So a lot of the things that you see there, including the firefighter's wife that was featured in the series, was from that book as well. So her testimonies are there. So how did you communicate to people? Did your tour guide do, or they speak? So I just spoke Russian with my tour guide. So he's Ukrainian, so we just spoke Russian to each other. I didn't want to get the English tour guide, so I just got the the Ukrainian one that we spoke Russian. So everyone speaks Russian and Ukrainian. Truly depends, but you don't really need to communicate a lot in a zone. So only during the checkpoints. And then I have a funny story actually. So there's another checkpoint here. So we're flying to the checkpoint. I think it's called Velev or something. I forgot what that checkpoint is. But anyways, on that checkpoint, so I think it's somewhere here or in a bit later. So we picked up this guy and he's like, "Oh, can you guys drop me off at the train station?" And then we picked him up, we drove him all the way, and this is where I was filming, you know, the power plant and stuff like that. And my tour guide like got extremely mad. And he's like, and we dropped him off, and he's like, "Do you know who we just drove?" I'm like, "Who?" He was like, "It was a cop." We could have gotten in trouble if he saw you filming. It was funny, but I guess the cop was in such a hurry that he didn't really care that I was filming. All right, so now we are entering the power plant right here. So this is the Chernobyl power plant, and this particular area of the power plant is the one that was supposed to be extended. So this was supposed to be an extension. That's unit 5 and 6. So as you can see, these are new cooling towers. So this was a bit of a different design than the previous design of the power plant. So this is the construction site of the unit 5 and 6. And here's the cool fact: we actually went inside this thing. So this was super illegal when we did that. So I can say that now because, you know, I was kind of told not to say anything because that would get my tour guide fired for this. But we went inside this this construction site real quickly to take a couple of photos. And for those of you who are monthly supporters, I'll post that later on. I'll post the clips. I'm not gonna post it
500.
I'm not gonna post it publicly, but yeah, I'll definitely post it later. So we took a photo of this, of the sarcophagus, of the safe confinement from here. So this is the construction site of the unit 5 and 6. So as you can see, it's kind of a little bit red. So these are rusted metal sheets. So what happened was, because this area was not fully contaminated, the contamination was very low, they decided to continue the construction until 1987. So 1986 is when the first explosion happened. And then of course, in 87 they decided to freeze this construction site indefinitely. So the reason why there's metal sheets there, that was to protect against the gamma rays that were emitted from the power plant. So they put a lot of metal sheets around to kind of protect the site, but they just decided to freeze the construction. So inside there, it is very dangerous to go in because there's a lot of traps. Radiation level there is pretty low, relatively low. That's why we went. So it is hazardous though, because they have a lot of the holes that you can fall into, right? So we were extremely careful, and we went there only for about 10 minutes and we got out fairly quickly. So, but there are a lot of videos on YouTube of illegal stalkers going in there and doing some crazy stuff in there. So that's the unit 5 and 6. This was supposed to be 2 additional reactors that would be built here, and they never got built. And then these are the cooling towers. So the reason why they don't want you to take videos, a great question too, is because of the movement of certain radioactive materials, because they are 2 storages. There's Hoyat 1 and Hoyat 2. There's two nuclear waste storages here, so they do not want anyone filming the movement of vehicles that deliver those radioactive waste containers. And actually I did get that vehicle in my shot once when I was filming, but they don't want you to kind of film the vicinity of the power plant. Of course, you cannot fly your drone around here. It is restricted airspace. Even in real life it is restricted. So another thing that we've done with one of the Ukrainian bloggers is we actually flew here on a Cessna. Just get the... I'll probably lower the volume. So there it is. So these are the cooling towers that they started to build them and they never built them. So let me just quickly show you a couple of photos from here because it's really interesting. This is where we actually saw on one of the buildings. So we visited the area around here. So right here, this is where we visited. So there's a bio laboratory here. And of course, there's like a fishery. So we visited that, and then we saw a few like vehicles in there. So I'll show you a couple of pictures from here. So this was one of the areas where you could visit legally. So we did that. Yeah. So this is by the way the custom scenery, and I'll tell you one more sad thing, and in a second about this scenery. Okay, 1 second. Let me just land. And I'll tell you one little sad fact why the scenery will never get updated again. Let me just land shortly. Okay, so if you go on the Flight Sim TO site for this, for this scenery, you will notice that last activity of the author of the scenery was 1 year ago, and the author's name is Anton Logvinenko. So he's the one that created this scenery. Unfortunately, this scenery will never be updated because he passed away. He died in combat. As you know, Ukraine is now in war with Russia, so he died defending his country, and it was a huge loss to the flight simulation community. And this scenery is the one that he created, along with a few more, along with Kiev, the one that we flew over. So that's another sad fact. All right, so this is where we are right now. So we are in restricted zone. So we're right here. So we just landed here. Yeah, exactly. Rest in peace. These are the two cooling towers. So notice the restricted area around it. So this is based on the real charts, right? So there's a restricted area. So it's ground up to 5,500 feet. And then right here, it's ground up to flight level 135. So when we went here on the Cessna, we actually flew around like this. We flew to Chernobyl. We flew around Chernobyl. And we went like that. So we kind of went like this. And then we went around. And then we went to Duga. We did a low pass around Duga. So this is what's called the Chernobyl 2. This is the area where that big radar is, the Duga OTH radar transmitter. We're going to talk about it later. So I'm going to tell you some interesting facts about that radar. So we overflew it on a Cessna. It was really, really cool. And he told me a story here that he always keeps the track logs of his flights because there is an SBU headquarters and they always watch the airplanes as they pass by, and they kind of try to tell you, oh, you might have passed the restricted zone. Of course, he's got the track logs and we didn't. We flew around it like this. So, and let me show you a couple of photos from that flight, actually, because this was interesting. That was very interesting. So the flight was with a well-known Ukrainian blogger. His name is Plain Ukraine. There he is, Victor Mikhailov. So he's on the left. He actually lives in Canada now. When we and him flew to Niagara Falls on the Diamond, on a Diamond that I fly, right? Oh, there's Eugene. He's landing on the left. Nice, Eugene, look beautiful. So me and Viktor Mikhailov, we flew on this Cessna. So for many of you that know, Ukrainian videos, watch aviation Ukrainian videos, this Cessna is very famous. It's Uniform Romeo Oscar Bravo Alpha. That's the one we flew. That's the one featured in many videos by Victor. So we flew with him. And that's of course me. I'm rocking my old shirt right here. You can hear, I think you can hear me, right? I think you can hear me. And this is the video that you can watch on my YouTube channel, by the way. And just gonna fast forward. So see, remember I told you about that restricted zone? So that was actually the screenshot that I took. So we went around Pripyat, around nuclear power plants, and you could see the nuclear power plant still. There it is. These are the actual photos I took from that Cessna right here. So we're landed right here. And yeah, that's the photo from the Cessna. Unfortunately, it's not actually, no, we landed right here. That's the unit 5 and 6. Unfortunately, we didn't really fly it that close, so yeah, how about this? Cannot. Okay, lower volume, please. Okay, got it. All right, and I'll show you the video of that low pass into Ga shortly. But before we go there, I'm gonna quickly show you the unit 5 and 6. Some of the stuff we saw there. Yeah, so these were this is that unit 5 and 6. This is the one you're looking at, is actually this building right here. This is the photo that you're seeing now is this building. And this is one of those illegal photos, because this is how you get the view of the actual power plant. Did you stay anywhere else in Ukraine? So we stayed in Kiev and we went to Odessa. That was like our trip, but mostly it was to visit Chernobyl, and of course Kiev too. Yeah, Kiev is fun to visit. All right, so that's pretty much about the power plant. And another cool thing is that we actually ate there in inside the power plant. So first of all, you have to go through these gates like this. Whenever you enter these buildings, you have to get checked with the radiation. So there it is. So here's me going through the gate and checking for radiation contamination. There you go. See, it's cleared. That's how you do it. And then once you enter, this is the restaurant, kind of like a canteen, I guess, where you tell those lovely ladies where you want to eat, and then they just serve you food. And it's typical Ukrainian food, and it was very nice. Like there's the borscht, and of course this is this video I took for my mom. I'm like, look, here's the food. It's not radioactive. So I measured the food. There's that, and then what else I should show you about this? Yeah, and that's how that restaurant looked. So this restaurant is where. Oh yeah, you're kicking way too much radioactive dust in that. That's right. You're totally right. Anyway, let's get going. Borscht is so good. Oh yeah, I know. It was delicious. It was incredible. How can you say no to borscht? All right, let's continue. All right, Chernobyl traffic, blue one is going airborne. All right, perfect. Remember Vigley, day 1986 when it happened. Scary. Yeah, it is. It is quite scary. Oh yeah, we are kicking up the dust. So one thing you got to watch out for is the dust. So you got to be careful. So when you go into the mama не будет переживать. Exactly. Exactly. One thing you got to be careful about is the dusty areas. So we avoided that. You're fluent in Russian, sound like it. Oh yeah. I am. That's the primary language that I speak. So yeah, this is the unit 5 and 6. I'm gonna show you that restaurant where we ate. So I think that's the restaurant. Yeah, I think it's right here. Is this right? Actually, wait. You know what? Let me confirm that, because it's called Idalnia номер 6. Let me check. Let me check exactly where it is, because I wanna. Because I think it's somewhere there. Let me just confirm. I think it's either these two buildings. I think it might be this one. Okay, let me see. Administration. Oh, Idalnia. There we go. So Idalnia is gonna be on the left. Let me just show you exactly where that restaurant was. It was actually right there. Oh no. I don't know why I'm losing the torque. Come on, come on. There it is. Almost crashed, sorry. Okay, so there it is. It's near the Prometheus statue. So that is right here. Yeah, that's the building. That's the building. And then there's a Prometheus statue. Let me see if I can, if it's over there. If the scenery contains it. Yeah, it doesn't. So there's a statue of Prometheus. And that statue was taken from the Pripyat. It used to be in a Pripyat's movie theater, and then they moved this that statue over here. But I don't know why it's not here in the scenery. So Jean's asking how the water situation in the town where it stayed the hotel, contamination of the water surrounding rivers. So water is fine. Everything that they serve there is well, first of all, water is filtered, so water is taken from deep from the ground, and then everything that you eat is imported from Kiev. So it's all important from there. So yeah, this is the cooling pond. One thing that we wanted to do, so there's this famous bridge right here. It's the railroad bridge that you go to, and then you feed the fishes. Unfortunately, we didn't do it. This is the bridge. I don't know why it's kind of sunk, but yeah, all the food is imported. All of the food is imported, and it's tested for contamination. Like it's very safe there. And one thing you gotta do is whenever you wash your hands using cold water. You don't wash it with hot water. It's important that your pores stay small, right? So you don't open them up. It's important. Okay, so this is the graphite storage, looks like. There's the diesel generated room. So this is unit 1 and 2. So these are unit 1 and 2 right here. So this is the old cooling sort of like a cooling tower slash stack, right? So it looks like a smokestack, but it is really a cooling tower. So this is reactor number 1 and reactor number 2. And then this is 3 and 4. So fourth one, that's the one that blew up. So interesting fact, guys. I don't know, many people don't know, but after the accident happened, the Chernobyl nuclear power plant actually worked. It continued to operate up until 2000, when the president, I think is Leonid Kuchma, I think he said that that's it. We're gonna close the power plant down. But after the accident, as soon as they put the safe confinement over Unit 4, so Unit 1 and 2, and then 3 were operational. So they were still producing electricity. And then they froze the construction, but yeah, so people don't swim in the cooling pond. Now, cooling pond is contaminated. And by the way, I'm going to show you this beautiful... Is it 2004? No, I think it's 2000. That's 2000. That's when the power plant closed down. like it stopped operating. Okay, I'll show you a photo opportunity here. So people stop, like all the tourists stop to take a photo. They take it over here. So we're gonna land. I'm gonna show you the photo. It's really cool. It has got a really nice view to the power plant from this turn. Yeah, this is like one of those places where you can take a photo. And here's an interesting fact. So the roads are pretty... the roads are very clean. But if you step off the road and then you measure radiation, you'll see the counter go up, right? So, of course, the ground is quite contaminated. So we're going to try not to kick up way too much dust here. So we are doing that. It's actually not a good thing to do. But let me show you the photo here. Yeah, I actually have that photo. Okay, I'm gonna try to select the photo where it don't look awkward. Okay, 1 second. Okay, I guess this one's good enough. So see this? So this is the photo I took here. So that's the river. You can see the river on the right hand side, and that's the photo that I took on this. This I think is the actual exact position. If you take a look at it, that's that exact position. So this is the cooling pond on the left, on the right, and then yeah, that's that exact position. And I'll show you quickly the radiation levels. Radiation level difference. Let's see if I can... Yeah, let me just switch the network so I have a better connection. So there it is. I'm measuring the radiation. So right now it's 92, so you can see the gamma rays emitting from the plant. But once you start measuring, you know, sort of beta radiation, there it is. Oops. There you go. So it gets higher, right? So it goes to 199. I don't think that was a good video. I think I took another one. Let's see. All right, here. So 105, and then I start measuring. So yeah, you can see it go up a bit. Not drastically though, because they still yeah, there you go, 132. So you get the count. Counts a bit higher. So these are all beta particles. All right, so let's go ahead and continue our little tour. And do you guys, how do you like this guy so far? I as I said, I did not prepare an actual script, so this is all like ad hoc stuff. Okay, so first I wanted to also show you water in and outtake. So let's take a look at the water pumping stations. And the water intake stations. So they use this water from the cooling pond to, of course, pump the water in to cool the reactors. So as I said, there were 4 operational reactors here. The number 4 that blew up right here, number 4. So this is the second, I guess, it's the second phase of the construction, right? So this was supposed to be the third phase of the construction. So phase number 1 is reactor 1 and 2. Phase number 2 is 3 and 4. And then phase number 3 was supposed to be these ones, 5 and 6, that were never built. Okay, so over here we could see the water intake for reactor 1 and 2. So there's the water intake right here. And then that's water intake for reactor 3 and 4. These are the pumping stations, water pumping stations. So water comes in here and then feeds to reactors. So this is reactor number 1, and that's reactor number 2. So that's how it works. And then, of course, these are the turbine halls. This is where, you know, the electricity gets generated. So there's a lot of turbines here. So it's a huge turbine hall. And by the way, we had an option to go in and tour the actual power plant. And we didn't do it. Now I'm like, you know, yeah, you know, I think I should have done that tour. Because now you can't do it. It is a bit dangerous because you actually get to visit the Unit 4 control room, and it's heavily contaminated there. So you got to wear a mask, and you know, it gives you a bit of you receive quite a dose when you go there. Okay, so that's the graphite storage right here. And then this is the boiler room, so that's the reserve station. So in case power goes out, this is the power pole station that generates reserve power. And then this is the solid radioactive waste disposal right here. And then that's liquefied water processing unit right here. And administration building is right here. So that's where administration building is. Okay. And the most important point here is this railway station. This is the main railway station called Semihody. This is where we actually dropped off that cop that I was talking about. Like, we dropped him off because you know, he was going to a train to a city called Slavutic. So this is where the active train comes into the station. It goes right through the station. And notice how the station is enclosed. So as you get out of the train, you're not getting out in you know, you're not getting like outside. You're actually, the doors open into this building so that you don't contaminate the train. It's very important. And then all the workers, they walk through the safe routes. So all these roads are basically cleaned and washed. They're actually nicely maintained. I was surprised how much of a good state they are there. So it was very nice. And there's the fire station right here. I believe the fire station is here. And this train, let me show you. This train goes to the town of Slavutic. So notice how there is a railway here. It goes into the city of Slavutic right here. What's interesting about this railway is that it actually passes the Belarus border. So it goes here, and then it goes into Slavutic, the town of Slavutic. So when it passes through the Belarus border, it does not stop at all. It goes into like some sort of a speed. But yeah, it's funny, like it goes through the border. So Slavutic is the city that was constructed specifically for everyone that worked in the power plant. So they lived here, and then they go take the train every day to the station and back. Right when this power station was operational, that's where a lot of people were living. So they would go in and out. As I said, like the station worked until 2000, and the explosion happened in 1986. But Chosen says interesting stuff. This is pretty cool. Oh, cheers! Yeah, I'm basically we're flying around the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, and I went there for 2 days. So I'm just sharing what I learned with you guys. So
500.
What's interesting, you know what prompted me to go here? Let me explain that. So for those of you guys who've been watching my Facebook gaming streams, I know I haven't been streaming on YouTube for, I've been streaming on YouTube ever since last year. But at the time in 2021, before the, COVID was over and before the war started, we flew here virtually, and I was kind of passionate about this, and I was talking about what I knew, and then you guys should remember. I know, Jean, you remember. You guys gave me so many. You sent so many stars and donations, and you actually told me, "Why don't you go there?" And this is where it all started. I actually said, "Why don't I just go there and do it?" And that's how it happened. It happened after the stream, and I remember you guys dared me to say and said that, yeah, if we're gonna send you enough donations, you go there, and then yeah, that actually paid off the flight to Chernobyl. But I did not only want to do the flight because I had to pay for the Cessna and like rental and stuff like that. So I did the tour as well. So the tour was something that I was kind of scared to do at first, and then I did my research and I did the tour. So it actually happened because we did the stream. That's why. That's why it happened. So because we did the stream on Facebook. So now I just want to make sure that you guys don't dare me to do any more dangerous stuff though. No, but anyways, I really wanted to go here. It was my kind of like a dream, I'd say. So it is once in a lifetime experience. It's not possible to do this anymore because of the situation in Ukraine, you know, the war. And I'll tell you a little bit about the safety. Now, this is a very interesting misconception. And let's talk about it. We're going to land in front
500
of the plant. So this is where I took the photo. I'm going to show you where I took the photo. Oh, Willie, you remember that? Nice. Here you go. Willie remembers it. I think Jean should... Oh, Area 51 is next. Oh, yeah. So, let me tell you about Area 51. Actually, so when I went to Vegas, I did go into the gates of Area 51. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, you should have seen my photo. That's as close as I got because we did fly to Area 51 virtually on the stream. All right, so here it is. This is the main sort of, you know, tourist area where you take the photos. Okay, I know it's not nicely simulated here. There's like a whole bunch of buildings. Well, let's talk about this place, right? So this is the Arca, the new Ark that was built to cover the old safe confinement sarcophagus. So this is the new one that has a shelf life of over 100 years. It's a beautiful work of art. This was actually railed in, and you guys should see how this thing was built. It was incredible. So anyways, let me show you the photo I took in front of this. Front of this place here. So right now we're here. So see this? Oh, there's Eugene. There's Eugene flying with us. So this is the photo I took from this place right here. As you can see, this is the new Ark. And as I said, oh, what did I do? I think I broke it. Here we go. Okay, so the way it used to look before, it used to be like this. So this is the older building. Okay, let me switch to another network. I'm gonna switch to another network so that I have a better signal. Yeah, I gotta stop recording that. Yeah, so this is what the Unit 4 looked like before the explosion. See this big ventilation tower? So this was the older ventilation tower that was used, and then they actually removed that tower. And then the tower used to be there, but in order to install this Ark, they had to remove it. So this was the main kind of attraction and main symbol of Chernobyl, but unfortunately, it was removed. So that was it. Here's the interesting fact: if you're standing in front of the Ark, the radiation levels are 81 microrentgens per hour. So this is roughly 4 times normal, roughly, which is pretty much nothing. So you get radiated with the gamma rays. But when you're flying on a commercial airliner, so think about this. That's 81, right? So 81 microrentgens per hour. If you're flying on a commercial airliner, the radioactive exposure that you get is more than this. So you get about 350 to sometimes even close to 400. So if you compare 81 to 400 or 350, you get a lot more radiation when you're flying, crossing the Atlantic. So according to my calculations, the amount of radiation we've received during our 2-day trip to Chernobyl was as much as the flight from Toronto to Paris. Now think about that. That's a cool fact. Now, of course, we're going to talk about different types of radiations and different types of radiation contamination. Of course, you get contaminated by ingesting radioactive particles, and that's going to be bad. Of course, that's worse than just getting radiated from gamma rays, and that's why we're instructed not to eat anything, or drink anything. That's when we're there, or you can't even smoke, right? So All right, so let's go into the interesting part. So I know this is also interesting, but let's go ahead and fly to the city of Pripyat. This is very, very, very interesting because that's the city that was evacuated. And it was not evacuated right away. It was evacuated 2 days after the explosion. So think about that. Once explosion happened in April 26, 1986, I think it was evacuated in April 28, I believe, at 2. So because the KGB and you know, at the time it was Gorbachev, it was Soviet Union, they didn't know what to do, so they tried to hide this from everyone. So they didn't want to evacuate anyone because they didn't understand the magnitude of the explosion. So the evacuation buses were ready, but they did not order that evacuation because they were afraid of what's going to happen. And once the Norway started to tell Soviet Union that, look, we've got these huge levels of radiation coming in, and what the hell is going on, what's happening, they ordered that evacuation because they realized that everyone knew. There you go, the way roll, exactly. On December 15th, 2000, reactor number 3 was shut down after operating briefly since March 1999, following almost 3 months of repairs. Yep, so the power plant ceased producing electricity. Yeah, it was very interesting. There's a video out there of a shutdown of the reactor number 3. And it's quite a sad moment because a lot of workers, that's their kind of bread and butter, right? So yeah.
Blue 1, check your fuel.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was gonna do that too. Roger. Yeah, we're gonna put some fake fuel in. Assuming those are canisters that we got from the tourists. Let's see. Okay, there you go.
Oh yeah, sure, it is. Definitely should be something here.
Oh yeah. Maybe you get some plutonium, might as well. Okay, so there it is. Yeah, so did you see many soldiers near the ark? No, actually it's not. There is not a lot of armed guards. So you see cops with like AK-47s, but not a lot of soldiers here. You know, it's actually pretty cool, chill area, and it is guarded, but you don't really see a lot of military personnel here. So of course everything is kind of like fenced, and you can only go to certain places. But yeah, it's actually quite good. All right, so next stop, and blue 1 is going airborne, and we're going to the Stela of Pripyat. Okay, so we're gonna see the Stela. So Stela is like a sign. This is one of the famous landmarks where people stop briefly because it is quite a dangerous spot to be for a long time. So you just kind of get out of the vehicle, you snap the photo, and then you go. Then you get out. So I'm curious where you got this knowledge. Just was it just learned on this trip? No, I actually learned a lot. As I said, like I was reading the book by Svetlana Alexievich, and then I've been researching it ever since I read that book that HBO series were based on. And yeah, that's how I knew it. And we're actually gonna see the Stela. I think it's in this scenery, I believe. So let's see. It is. This is perfect. Awesome. So, oh my God, your father was mobilized. Oh my goodness, in 2021. It wasn't until scientists or stations in Minsk telling Soviets about radiation levels. Oh, crazy. Okay, we're gonna talk about Red Forest, and we're gonna talk about this sign. So this is another interesting landmark here. So let's just go ahead and land first. So I'm gonna land right in front of the sign. And blue 1, we're
500.
gonna land in front of the Pripyat sign momentarily. Okay, just let Eugene know.
Copy.
Okay, here we go. So this is the famous sign that you see when you enter Pripyat. Okay, 1 second. Let me just... There it is. There's the sign. Then I'll show you the photo. Of course, I had to take a picture of it. But this is the place where where it's pretty clean. So they clean this up. There's no no contamination here, but it is important not to go anywhere left or right, because there are some high levels of radiation. I'll explain why. So first of all, let me just quickly show you a photo of in front of the sign. It's one of the famous landmarks. And of course, I went there with my wife because she said, "You're not going there without me." So there it is. We were right in front of the sign, right here. Took a photo and got back in real quickly. So I'll have to share if I got from Chernobyl. Oh, for sure, Felix. Yeah, please do send. Please do send it. All right. So this sign is upon entering Pripyat. Now, here's an interesting fact. So, of course, there's a whole bunch of radiation signs all over the place. And this is how, it used to look like. So our tour guide had this interesting photos that you compare this to. Of course, there's been a lot of weddings that people used to take photos when they were getting married. And that's a typical tradition during Soviet Union to do that in front of the city signs. So here's an interesting fact about this place, because this is where the Red Forest is, and this is just a video of us passing the Red Forest. So look how quickly the radiation levels will rise. I don't know if you can hear the radio. So look, now 86, and then this is the place 131, and then it goes to 235. So this is gamma radiation. So 478, it rises up fairly quickly. So gamma 892. So this is where you don't want to be. So this is the Red Forest. This 1000. So this is the area of the road where there's no speed limits. So you have to go as fast as you can. So when you're passing Red Forest, you're gonna want to go as fast. So this is what's called I think it was called Western spot. So when explosion happened, this is the worst amount of contamination that was there. So just to show it to you on a map, this is where we are right now. So we're in front of that sign, and when explosion happened, the wind blew this way and kind of blew this way, right? So this is the Red Forest, and we were passing this road right here. So as you get out of the Pripyat, kind of just go straight through. So this is the Red Forest. This is where it's the most contamination. Of course, the forest is no longer there; it's buried under the ground, but you still get a lot of the gamma rays that are from there that gets emitted. So yeah, that's why there's nothing around here. And the railway station Yaniv, that's another one that was contaminated. So these are the areas where there was a lot of radiation in this area. So they're dangerous. And what we're gonna do next is we're gonna enter the city of Pripyat. This is the abandoned city. This is the huge city that was built to support this power plant. So this was a model city back in the day in 1986. Well, I think it was built. It was built in 1970. Of course, here's the sign. This was the model city. It was one of the best cities to live in Soviet Union. It was beautiful. It had a lot of nice infrastructure. By that time, they had swimming pool. They had theater and everything. They had this huge Olympic-sized swimming pool. They had Ferris wheel. You know, for Soviet Union at those times, it was really cool. So we're gonna fly there, and I'm going to show you a couple of things that we did there. Now, let's go ahead and do that. And Pripyat traffic, blue one is airborne. There's Eugene. Here it is. Here he is. Hello, Eugene. It's like awesome. Eugene's with us. Here we go. Pripyat
That was close.
Oh yeah. Gotta live on the edge. I think it's more dangerous to be here than to do this. No, just kidding. Yeah, sounds nice. Yeah, it had a huge potential, and I love how beautifully it's modeled here. Oh, another thing I wanted to show you, it's this famous Bridge of Death. Let me just find it real quick. So there's the entrance, but I'm gonna find that famous Bridge of Death. I'm gonna tell you about it. It's actually a myth. It's not real. I actually thought it was real, but the tour guide, did tell us that it's all BS that was in the book, and it's a urban legend. Even though it's quite believable because it is quite a dangerous spot. It was an urban legend. So we're gonna go to Bridge of Death. So supposedly during
500.
during the explosion, there is this railroad bridge that people from the city walked to that bridge to watch the fire, and then they died like really fast. So apparently that was the legend. Inseparable, yes, the way I roll, you are 100% correct. It's actually the best movie about Chernobyl ever made, in my opinion. It's even better than HBO, but unfortunately it's in Russian. So that's the bridge. This is the Bridge of Death, the famous railroad bridge that overlooks the plant. So look how close this is. Look how close the plant is to the city. It is extremely close. Yes, and Inseparable is, I think, the best movie ever done. If you really want to know about Chernobyl, I think you should watch that movie. And HBO, of course. HBO is good too. I'm not saying HBO is bad. HBO is just different. But Inseparable, I think it's the most accurate, story there is. Of course, it's not a documentary. There's a lot of facts there that are oh, you have the English? Oh, you have the link for the English one? Oh, that's amazing. That's nice. That is super nice. Okay, now I need to remember which building we went to see the view. I'm gonna show you this interesting view. So, oh, look at that. There's a car here. What the hell is it doing here? Anyways, this is our first stop. This is the entrance to the Pripyat city. So imagine this whole city is now abandoned. If you guys played Call of Duty, you may have seen this the city there as well in Call of Duty. It's quite apparent there, and that it created so many memes. So there's a sniper mission from Call of Duty. So now the city is surrounded by trees. So it's like a forest now, and it's very eerie. If you go here during an evening, you basically don't really see any buildings. So this is the entrance to the zone. I know it's probably not the best model, but I'm going to show you how it looks. How this particular place looks in real life. So based on my photos. Let me show it to you in a second. And there it is. So see these red buildings? Boom, there they are. So this is the entrance. And this is the sign. So I don't know if the sign's probably not here, but this is the checkpoint. Pripyat checkpoint. So, and the checkpoint is like that. Here it is. So of course there's a gate. So you have to get in and you have to show your documents. City is also guarded, so they have security guards. You have dogs, but you may have seen there's a lot of videos on YouTube where you see a lot of illegal stalkers here doing crazy things. So yeah, that's as far as Pripyat goes. Now we're gonna go see another very famous landmark. I think it's the most iconic landmark of Pripyat. Is the Ferris wheel, the famous Ferris wheel. The babushka is good too. Yeah. All right, so we're good now. So we're gonna go to Ferris wheel. And Pripyat traffic blue 1 is going airborne. We're gonna go direct to Ferris wheel. Okay, there's Eugene. I just need to watch him.
Roger.
Here we go. Nice. No conflict. There it is. So here's the story about this Ferris wheel. It's a very sad story because no one actually got to use it. So this Ferris wheel was supposed to be open. Actually part of this huge park. It was supposed to be open during May 1st celebration. So May 1st celebration is like a Labor Day in Soviet Union. So that's when they're supposed to celebrate everything. And this park was supposed to be open for it. So we're gonna do a bit of an orbit around here. And blue one, we'll just do a bit of an orbit around, and we'll just land where the Ferris wheel is. Okay, so there it is, and we'll do that. So I'm gonna just go to the left, and then you'll see the park. There you go. There's the Ferris wheel. So this is one of the most famous attractions of Pripyat, is this Ferris wheel. So, and then the sad story around it. Okay, let me just stabilize myself. I'm kind of doing a bit of a pirouette. Let's see. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna stabilize it. See, I'm not a good helicopter pilot, I gotta admit. So they never get to use it. It was never launched, and it's interesting how yellow it is even by this day. So the yellow paint is still there, but it's rusted. Like the core itself is rusted, but you know, those little yellow cabins are still pretty yellow, which is very interesting. Just dropping in for a sec, just say I'm not as good helicopters. Oh, nice. So there was this one YouTuber that went here and he tried to restart it. So they grabbed like electric motor here. They tried to restart it. So that was very interesting. So I'll tell you a little bit about this place because it is also very interesting. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna land here, and this is where the real helicopters landed during the explosion. So when not during explosion, during the liquidations, when they were trying to stop the fire and stop the radioactive particles from spreading, they were dropping a lot of lead, a lot of boron, and a whole bunch of materials onto the area of the explosion. So they tried to decrease the amount of contamination. So they would land here, and then this is where they would wash them. So they would wash them in the zone, and of course all that dirty water would flow into the manholes all around. So of course it's actually not a lot of it's an asphalt here. There's not a lot of grass here. So there's the Ferris wheel. I'm going to show you how that Ferris wheel looks in real life. So, and this is my photo of the Ferris wheel right here. So that's how it looks. As you can see, you know, these cabins are quite yellow. It's very interesting. And Brent says hello. Hey, Brent. Yeah, exactly. The saddest daycare, someone put dolls in the beds. Oh yeah. Did I show you that? Because that was actually quite sad. So this is the Ferris wheel. Here is an interesting fact. The manholes around the Ferris wheel are actually very radioactive. So you got to be very careful with them. So I did take some measurements. And this is where I actually had my Geiger counter go red line. Like, look at this. So check this out. So that's the tour guide's Geiger counter. That's his. Now watch what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use mine. So notice that 470. So this is when I actually redlined it. Look at that. Okay, now it's going to turn into 54,000. And now 65,000. More than 125. So I basically redlined it. So we measured around 250,000 microroentgens per hour. Now, here's the case. So you may ask the question, what the why would you do that? Well, first of all, these are alpha and beta particles. So there's not a lot of gamma out of that. So you don't really get a lot of like a lot of contamination from here. As long as you do this very fast and you just get out, so you don't like lie down, or you don't touch the surface, or you don't sleep on it for 30 hours, you'll be fine. But it's just one of those interesting moments where you're like, what the hell? That is super radioactive. And that was an interesting moment. Then there's this little park of these little electric cars. So that's another interesting. Oh yeah, you don't want to lick it. No, you don't. You don't want to lick it. So this was the park. Yeah, we were here twice. So I'm gonna go back from my first set of photos, because we went to Pripyat twice. We did it twice. So there's quite a few things we did. It's never going to be habitable for sure. This city is crumbling. It is actually it's disintegrating, and this is the Ferris wheel during the other time of the day. So we actually went on a day when it wasn't sunny, so it was very gloomy and dark. And this is the radioactive levels when you're there. So as you can see, there's a lot of gamma radiation. It's around 260. So this is why, right? So we're standing right in that space right here. So it's around 250. So you don't want to be here for a long time as well, right? So that's the thing. And this is what we did with this. There's a little park here. Yeah, this thing right here. So that's what our tour guide did. He basically launched it, and then I took a video of it. Now you may have seen it from our trailer that I did for the video. So yeah, that was a very dramatic shot. I gotta admit, that was interesting. Okay, so this is as far as Pripyat goes in the Ferris wheel area. And one thing I'm going to show you, of course, is the swimming pool. The swimming pool is interesting. There's the swimming pool. It's the Olympic-sized swimming pool, and this is one of those famous photos, that you've probably seen many times. It's one of the famous landmarks. You actually can't go in there. This is one of the buildings that you can enter, but we actually went on top of the apartment building, and I'm going to show you which one it is, because it's this one. All right, it's actually behind these two. So I'll show you which rooftop was that. So of course on the rooftop you get a bit of radiation, right? So 134 microroentgens per hour, but then again not a whole lot. So there are some particles and some contamination on the rooftops. So you just gotta watch out for this moss, right? You don't want to kind of be around it too much. You don't want to touch it. But it is very interesting. You could see the abandoned buildings, and all of those buildings are abandoned. Yeah, tour guide doesn't care. He was like, don't worry about it. He's like, he did it way too many times. So he's touching the right. It's totally fine. So it's been over 38 years now. So by the time when we went, he was 36. No, 35 years. It was 35-year anniversary. So 35. Think about the half-life, and then think about the way that's embedded in the rust. So there isn't much contamination over these metal objects, but of course you don't want to touch that manhole. That's one thing you don't want to do. But anyways, let's continue flying around Pripyat. Let's continue. Okay, there it is. There's Eugene. And Blue One airborne. Just gonna fly around the city and talk about it. Okay, so there's that.
Roger. I'm like that KGB helicopter that's just observing you. What you're doing here?
That's right. We gotta have some sort of moderation, right? So Big Brother's watching.
Like gray one that's just looking around, following you.
That's right. Who's this Canadian guy flying around? Okay, let me just
I should check your passport and registration, your aircraft registration as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's a Canadian registration. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Oh, another thing I wanted to talk to you about, Jupiter. So this is an interesting, very interesting spot. So I really hope that you will see one little small thing. I want to see if it's a part of the scenery. So this is, you know, if you guys played Stalker, you know, those, the Stalker is the PC game about Chernobyl. This is one of the famous landmarks. So this was the factory that produced radio electronics, but just like anything in Soviet Union, it had a dual purpose. So they actually produced the electronics for missiles. So this had, like, you know, dual purpose that not every civilian in town. So they produced electronics for I think for the radios, and then they did it for missiles as well. So this was a very interesting spot. So this is called Jupiter Factory, and it is contaminated. So we didn't go there as part of the tour, but we did see something very interesting, and this is called Claw of Death. So that thing is also very radioactive. This is one of those really famous Chernobyl landmarks, and I actually told my tour guide, I'm like, listen, take me to the Claw of Death because I want to see it. And this is where he's like, I'm not gonna walk to it, so you just do your stuff, and you know. So that's one thing, you gotta respect the Claw of Death. I don't know if we can see it here. It's probably not part of this scenery, but it is fascinating for those who know about it. It's a really cool, fascinating thing, and I'm gonna show it to you in just a second. I'm just gonna land in front of Jupiter. I don't know what's wrong with this model. I don't know why it keeps falling. Okay, let me just... You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna adjust. We're gonna do the arcade style. See, like it was just falling, and then I had to recover. So here's, okay, there it is. There's the Jupiter. Famous Jupiter factory. I'm gonna land here shortly. There it is. There we go. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna quickly adjust the... the way we fly. Just put arcade mode. Because it acts a bit strange, the model. So, one thing that I want to show you is the Claw of Death. This is one of the most... well, one of the most radioactive objects in the zone. So, if not, actually, it might be the most radioactive object that you could find in Pripyat. So, let me show you. You have to respect it, and you have to make sure that when you see it, you go in, you take your photos, videos, and then you get out. It's important to do that because there's no joke about this thing. And the reason why it's called Claw of Death is because this claw used in liquidation. So they used heavy machinery, and they would claw the radioactive debris, and it would just kind of drop it back to the reactor. And I'm just waiting for this to load so I can show you the photo, how it looks like. And there it is. So this is the Claw of Death. That's how it looks like. So it is a very famous landmark. This thing was painted many times, repainted many times. A lot of like illegal, you know, visitors would like vandalize it. And it's a funny thing. And then I've seen pictures of people sitting inside of this thing. It's insane. Something you don't want to do is you don't want to touch this thing. It's super radioactive, and of course, even standing in front of it is you already have 157 microrentgens per hour. So I took a video. I'm gonna show you the video in my... I guess let me show it to you now, so just so you can see. So there it is. As you can see, I did it very quickly. So you go in. Even here, it's already going to be like 30,000. So see, 35,000. If you put the Geiger counter down, all the way down, it's 2 Rankins per hour. 2. So that's like, what, I guess 2 million. 2 million micro Rankins. So which myth? About the Claw of Death or which helicopter? Then in terms of the radioactive machinery, they have this little, you know, area set up where you can actually check out some of the machinery used in liquidation. So these are actually not as bad. They're cleaned up, so you can approach them. Of course, it's not like Rasoja or any other sites, waste sites where all of the machinery was buried. So these ones are somewhat okay to be around, but yeah, you still see like the signs, right? So they turned this into a little museum that you can watch. Yeah, so the helicopter that crashed, yes, the helicopter is real. So the helicopter that okay, so Felix, sorry, my father is the same thing as you. Well, he was there. He seemed like relatively clean and roads were nice. Yeah, helicopter crash over reactor. Wonder if they recovered the remains. So they did recover a couple of remains. Now there was a Mi-8 helicopter that crashed into the reactor, but that crash happened, I think, roughly in September or October. So it didn't happen like right away. So what happened was the Mi-8 helicopter was overflying. They were dropping. I think they were dropping lead, or whatever the material was, and then the blades accidentally got stuck in the cables, you know, from the crane, and then the helicopter just fell. So there's a video of it online, and it is true. And for those who went into the sarcophagus, inside the sarcophagus, actually saw those parts of the tail rotor. So it's not a myth. It's a real thing. It's actually not a myth. Okay, let's continue. Okay, I'm gonna see what else we can quickly take a look at. Water treatment plant. So I'm trying to see where the hospital is. That's another interesting part. Astronomy, and then yeah, there's the hospital. Okay, got it. There's the hospital. So we're gonna go see the legendary hospital. So our tour guide did not want us to go to the hospital, so I agreed to that. So there's something about the hospital I'm gonna tell you in a second. There's an interesting fact about it that you'll know. So the hospital is where they took the firefighters from the accident. Remember when the reactor exploded in 1986? They were the first responders. They put out the fire. So when you're dealing with fire in a radioactive environment, the level of radiation is so high that they were basically touching the graphite and and pieces of fuel. So they got contaminated in levels that they only lived for a few months, or even weeks after that. So I think the hospital is over here. So that's the hospital, or in Russian it's called Medsanchest. This is the one. I'm gonna double check. Actually, no, that's Fabrica. Ooh, yeah, no, that's not it. Okay. Yeah, Eugene, right? You can see Eugene. Yeah, Eugene is like watching us. I'm gonna try to see where the hospital is. I don't understand where it is in relation to the entrance. Oh, you know what? It's not. We're not even here. Yeah, we're not even here. Let's go. I was like, I got lost for a second. Yeah, so these are the red buildings. And then the hospital is over there. So there's a basement, exactly. You know about the basement, the way I roll. Yep, there's a creepy basement where a lot of illegal tourists go to. But now they've basically sealed all the entrances to the basement so you can't enter. And the basement is the worst because it's got all of the clothes of the firefighters, and those are extremely highly radioactive. So you don't want to you don't want to be near them. There's quite a few YouTube videos of people going in there, going into that into the hospital, into the basement. So this is the hospital right here. So that's where the first responders were sent to, and then they were flown to Moscow because they had to be treated for severe radioactive burns, and they had the severe radioactive poisoning, right? So they need to be taken out, but their clothes are still remain in the basement. So that's one thing you don't want to do, is go inside that basement. So they sealed the entrances, but I think people can still get in there somehow. So something you don't want to do. And you should check out some YouTube videos of people going in. It's insane. Yeah, she went there. Yeah, she is another, exactly. You're right. Like, she's got a really good videos about this. You're totally right. Oh yeah, then there's the dry cleaning. I think that's the dry cleaning facility. The dry cleaning facility still worked. Okay, so there's hospital kitchen. Trying to find the drying facility. This drying facility still worked for a while after the accident. And there were some laboratories in Pripyat, by the way. Oh yeah, that's the drying facility right here. Dry cleaning facility. That's the one. Let's go прачечная. So that's the dry cleaning facility. And some interesting fact is that, as I said, there's some laboratories in Pripyat that were used to study the effects of the radiation. So there's quite a few labs. You know, we didn't really go there, so that it's a good thing we didn't. Okay, another famous landmark I'd say would be the Energetic. So this is the cultural center. So that's another one. Oh yeah, the Kryasan. Yeah, oh, that's a crazy one. That's a Kryasan and Super Sus. Yeah, these guys are nuts. If you want to see some crazy videos of Chernobyl, I think these are the two people you want to see. Super Sus and Kryasan. They've done some crazy things. I would not do that if I was them. But whatever you do for likes, right? That's what you do for likes. Okay, so beautiful modern pool. Yeah, exactly. They've got a... Yeah, Energetic is the one that has the pool, yeah. Yeah, this was a beautiful city, by the way. Beautiful city. And I'm going to show you some photos from the Dvorец культуры Energetic. And here we go. So let's just land. We'll land here. All right, so that's Hotel Polisia. So that's the hotel. One thing that you can see here is there's another couple of interesting landmarks. I think this one doesn't have it. There's a phone booth somewhere. But yeah, this is the Hotel Polisia. I think it's like a forest. So this is the hotel. Beautiful hotel, by the way. I think I do have photos from it. Let me see. Hotel Polisia. Let me show you. You can hear birds too. Look at that. That's neat. So yeah, I know you guys asked me about about the wildlife. There's huge amounts of wildlife here. Huge. So this is the Hotel Policia. That's my photo from it. There it is. And then, of course, the Energetic. That's the one where we're standing in front to. This is it. That's the cultural center. And, of course, everything is abandoned and, oops. Abandoned and yeah. So this is how this hotel used to look like right here. So beautiful it was, and now it's all gloomy and dark. Yeah, and yeah, there's a whole bunch of different landmarks. I'm gonna talk about them in the video that I'm gonna post later. So there's gonna be a series of videos that I'm gonna release talking about this. This is just more like an impromptu tour, and once I'm gonna release it, you'll see it in a greater detail. I'm gonna also, for those of you who speak Russian, I'm gonna tell you a story about something. So this is an interesting building too. It's got this landmark. Someone actually lit this thing up with LEDs once, and I think that was Kriasan. I think Kriasan did it. It's that YouTuber. So there is a building with letters. I'm gonna try to find it, and then Eugene's gonna appreciate that joke, and Felix, I think too. I'm gonna try to find it. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh no, that's Здоровье народу, богатство крайне. No, that's not it. There is writings on the building that are hilarious. Let me just try to find it. So I have no idea where that is, but it should be somewhere around here. And it's in the book too. That thing. It's in the book that I mentioned before. Okay, let's see where it is. Where is it? It's supposed to be one of the long buildings, and I think it must be either this one or another one. And if it's not part of the scenery, I don't know how to explain it that well. Okay, you gotta see it. You gotta see it for me to explain it. Yeah, I think that's not part of the scenery. Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. By the way, this is the famous plateau. It's called plateau. This is the it's called Pесчаное plateau. That's actually very radioactive. That's where they buried a lot of radioactive things. Okay, let's see. All right, yeah. Okay, maybe to show the picture. I need to probably find it. Oh, there's Eugene. Eugene's like, look at him hovering. He's professional. Look at that. He's so good. Okay, let's see if I have that. I don't know if I have that photo of that building, but I'm gonna try to find it. I'm gonna try to find it on the web. Let's see. Oh yeah, I think I found it. 1 second. So for those of you who speak Russian, look at this. So it says hi. It's supposed to be hi and then a, right? So hi буде атом робітником, а не солдатом. So it says let atom not be the worker, not you know, not the soldier. And then this word right here, so high means let, right? So what they did is they removed the letter ah. So if you replace it with oo, then it's like, then it's the F word. It says, you know, F the atom be the soldier. No, let the atom be the worker, but the soldier, right? So it was very very interesting. And after the catastrophe happened, that's what they did. That's how they had a sense of humor back in the day. I guess some sort of humor. It's a dark humor though, but I think it's hilarious. Like I read that at work, I was like laughing out loud, and then I thought it was a myth, but then it's a real thing. Right, I know we don't really have a lot of people watching anymore, so we're gonna go straight to Duga, and then we're gonna talk about Duga. So let's go ahead. All right, Eugene Blue 1 airborne, heading straight to Duga, direct Duga. Okay, so let's do that. And it's gonna be easy for me to find Duga because I'm not even gonna.
Roger that, direct Duga. You know, I should have changed my call sign to KGB1. It's just like KGB1 following the suspect aircraft, unknown registration, unknown aircraft type, just broke Pripyat zone.
Oh yeah, for sure. That would be hilarious. We should do that next time. So sometime somewhere like this. Yeah, like actually we did break all the laws because we're not supposed to be that low.
I should find like Su-25 or something like this. I don't know, some military aircraft.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be hilarious. That'd be hilarious. All right, so we're gonna go direct Duga. So just gonna give you a little bit of a nice little overview of Pripyat right here. There it is on the passenger view. That's how big the city was. So that kind of concludes our Pripyat kind of overlook, and you know, there's the power plant, so you could see how massive the city was, and it was built to support the power plant, and a lot of workers worked there to support it. And yeah, it's sad, but it is what it is. So now we're flying to Cessna. Oh, next time we should fly Cessna or Diamond around. Yeah, we actually did. Yeah, as I said, we did fly there in the Cessna. So we're now flying to an interesting spot. So not a lot of people know about this. So this is called Chernobyl 2. This was a secret city. It's not even city. It's a little secret town that was built to support this antenna. So we're actually going straight to it. It's called Duga. So this is the antenna that was built during Soviet Union to detect nuclear launches all across the Earth. So it would detect nuclear launches in the United States. So it used ionosphere to send a signal. So this was a receiver. So there was a transmitter, I think 80 kilometers away. So this was a receiving antenna. So it went through ionosphere and it would receive the signal. And this antenna, there was rumor that the reason why it's built, and then the reason why this power plant was built was to power the antenna. Although I'm not sure, that's probably a myth. But this antenna got its power from the nuclear power plants right here, and they're flying straight to it. And I've got to see this antenna in person, and we went there, and the town is called Chernobyl 2. It's to support that antenna. It was a secret town. Locals did not know anything about it, and they were told that it's some sort of a, you know, camp for kids, and they didn't know, and they thought that, yeah, it's probably some camp for kids. And then they built the perimeter around it, and they had armed guards with AK-47, so you could not get close to this antenna at all. So this was a very secret object. Now, the reason why it still exists today is because of the dangers of it collapsing and sort of disturbing the ground. So the current President Zelensky actually did state that this is going to be the national monument. So they decided not to remove it. So it's going to stay there. Yeah, kids camp with armed guards. Yeah, no, everyone thought it was a kids camp, but there was armed guards, so it was heavily protected. Oh, so 2 tourists died from falling from it. Oh wow, we actually saw people climbing it as we were there, and our tour guide's like, "You're not doing this." I'm like, "No, I'm not. I wasn't gonna do this."
500.
So, there's no way in hell. But you can see this little towns, sorry, little buildings. They were all of the soldiers that would that would support this antenna. They'd live there. Hey, Aviation Ben, how's it going? Yeah, it's on VATSIM. You can join. You can join us. But we're almost done though. That's what sucks. All right, so they actually had their own kindergarten. They had school. And these were the apartment buildings. And of course, that's the antenna itself. And then these were the buildings that were used to support it. So this is the antenna. That's how big it is. It's a massive structure. It's called Duga. So we actually overflew it on the Cessna. We did a low pass. So we are on VATSIM, yeah. So that's how this antenna looks like. And just to show you how it looks like in real life, I will show it to you in a second. Because we went there as well. And Duga, I think, was on day 1, so I'm gonna check it. Yeah, that's the real Ukrainian police helicopter. That's right. They actually used H145 to as a police helicopter. So it's much better than Toronto police. Toronto police doesn't even have a helicopter. So look at that. Ukrainians keeping it real. Okay, so let me see, because Duga, we visited Duga on day 1. I'm just trying to find photos so you can see how massive this thing is. This thing is so massive. Okay, let me just make sure that I'm not gonna bump into it. So Duga is perfect. So this is it. That's how it looks in real life. Oops. Sorry. Let me just plug in my iPad. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. So that's how the antenna looks like in real life. And of course, there's like a whole bunch of equipment lying around. You know, it's pretty cool. So those like Soviet Union like sensors and all that cool stuff. And this is the administration building, and that's how it looks. Yeah, this antenna is huge. And just to give you a bit of a different perspective. Yeah, there it is. That's how massive this is. Not a lot of people know about this. Yeah, it had to see over there. Oh yeah. You could see it over horizon. It is big. So locals of course, they probably realized what this is, but no one wanted to say anything. Yeah, so that's the Duga. That's the Duga. And one more thing that I wanted to show you with Duga is this. We did the flight, and we actually did like a low pass on it. So I'm going to show you that low pass. It was crazy. I think that's something no other YouTuber did, by the way. I did not see anyone do this ever. So this is like a very cool thing that we did. So I think, here, let me see. I'm gonna try to find it though. No. Gonna try to find that video. 1 second. Okay, let me just. Yeah, there it is. There's the video. Watch this. Look at that. There's the Tugar. Watch this. Look how close we got to this thing. It is so close. So we actually did it on a real Cessna. Real Cessna. So remember you guys told me, why don't you fly to Chernobyl? I did. That was it. So that was on the real Cessna. So because it was streamed just like that back in 2021. So I did that on a Cessna. Yeah, with a blogger. His name is Viktor Mikhailov, playing Ukraine. Who now happens to live in Toronto because of the war. Who would have knew? We were always wondering, like, how the hell did that even happen? Because I jokingly told him, why don't you come to Toronto and let's fly to Niagara Falls? And he's like, yeah, I don't know. And then he did. All right, so that's it. We're gonna fly to the last point of our trip. All right, we got traffic blue 1, direct Antonov. And so we're gonna fly to Antonov. UKKT. So what I'm gonna do is, this is where Maria, the biggest airplane, is stationed at.
Direct Antonov copies, blue 2.
Awesome. I love flying with Eugene. Eugene is so much fun to fly with. Okay, so let's see. UKKT. Activate. There we go. So we're gonna fly to Antonov now. There it is. Now direct to Antonov. I followed you way back when you posted that trip. Oh, awesome. Nice. Yeah, Gostomel. Yeah, we're going to Gostomel, the Antonov. Yeah, that's where the famous Maria was.
Let's do some nice low pass over the trees. That's gonna be fun on a high speed.
All right, roger that. Let's do that. Woo! There, we're gonna go for the dive, high speed. Is Eugene following us?
500.
Oops. Oh no! Did I just do a flip? Oh, almost. Ah. Okay, good thing this helicopter is stable. There it is. There it is. I saved it. I don't know why it's like, it's so arcade-ish on my end. It's usually very nice. There you go. Oh yeah, I have a picture when we overflew it as well. So you'll see, I actually have a picture of Maria, so I'm gonna show that to you as a little surprise. I don't know why is it so weird in terms of handling? Not sure.
Oh, here you are. Found you. Carry it tight. Let's go.
Right on. Yep. So I'm gonna maintain 140 knots. 140 knots. Let's do that.
We'll do the same.
All right, excellent. So let me just... Perfect. So yeah, let's maintain 140. I don't know. Did I get that? Okay, I'm trying to understand what's this effect. Why is it so strange? Oh, I see. I think I had too much torque. So let's see what's going on. Not sure why the helicopter behaves strangely. Okay, let's go even lower. Trying to find Eugene. Where is he? Oh, there he is. There you go. On a mission to Hostomel.
On your right.
Roger. Roger, see you. Nice. Look at that. Here he is. Awesome. Yeah, there's the river. Oh, by the way, this river is what you cross if you want to get here illegally. So you gotta cross this river. So that's what those illegal stalkers do. And we're almost out of the zone. We're still there, but we're almost out of the zone. Yeah, it's that river that you gotta cross. So a lot of the videos you're gonna see of the illegal visitors is they're crossing that river. He took the pictures in 20. An amazing plane airport has a ton of commercial planes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the way it was says I was in love with Maria Polizhaeva. Aviation Center. Ben, see you. Good to see you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Oh yeah, Maria Polizhaeva. That's the one that that was in that was featured in that movie, Inseparables. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, she's good looking for sure. Yeah, Maria Polizhaeva, she's a great actress. Definitely. It's a really good movie. That yeah, I'm gonna maintain 120. 120 knots. Just gets kind of unstable at 140, unfortunately.
Okay, switching to 120, and could you please advise your heading?
So we're just direct Antonov. Right now it's 1. Okay, 1 second. It'll be 100 approximately.
100, copy, thank you.
I think. Let me double check. So. Actually, no, that's not 100. What is my heading? 1 second. It would be 152 magnetic correction.
Yeah, definitely not 100 because I just went left.
Oops, sorry. Yeah, that my bad.
Oh, that's fine. I still have you inside.
Yeah, I just have a direct to. Felix says, для меня уже очень поздно, стрим был потрясающим, интересным, спокойной ночи, хорошего дня, хорошего вечера. Yeah, have a good one. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you stopping by. We're almost done, so thanks, Felix. That's awesome. Felix just said, have a good night. It is too late. Yeah, thank you, man. So yeah, we're almost there. We're almost at the Antonov. We're at yeah, Antonov International. Yeah, we're almost there. Oh, there he is. There's Eugene. Okay, we're gonna just try to maintain 120. I think I went too fast. Yeah, we're still within the zone, so we got about like maybe 10 more minutes to go, and then we'll explore the Antonov airport, and then yeah, that's it. We'll call it a day. Oh, I remember seeing this last time you took us. Oh yeah, we did this one again because today is the anniversary. It's been 38 years since the catastrophe, so I decided to do another stream like that. And this time was supposed to be a group flight, but only Eugene joined us. So I was hoping you guys can join us as well for this, but you know, not a lot of people got interested. So let me know if you guys want me to do group flights, because I think group flights are fun, where you get to join us We just need a better helicopter modeling, and then we need some VMRs so that we can see each other on VATSIM. Because we're definitely going to use VATSIM, not the, you know, not the multiplayer mode. Okay, I think, yeah, there you go. There's Eugene. Okay, excellent. So and now I'm gonna go back to 120. Fuel costs and all, yeah. I think we're good on fuel still. Should be fine. Okay, yeah, I think we're exiting the zone now, so we're gonna be there shortly at the Antonov. By the way, tomorrow we're gonna do a stream. It's gonna be a short flight to Ibiza. Ibiza? How the Spanish people call it? Ibiza. Let's go to Ibiza. So it's gonna be a short flight from Barcelona. And
I'm on your left. I'm doing like 120-ish.
Roger, got you in sight. Excellent. Yeah, so let's see. What are we doing? We're also doing kind of 120-ish, so let's get it there. We see. Yeah, Eugene's over there. There he is. He's like really low, so we should do the same thing. So tomorrow we'll do a short flight. I'm actually doing like the dad duty with my son, so yeah, it obviously won't be a 3-hour stream. It should be a short one. So depending on when he's gonna go to sleep, we might do Ibiza and back to Barcelona. So it's gonna be fully staffed flight. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll do a turnaround flight, maybe. So we'll monitor that. There's 120. There he is. Nice. Almost clipping the trees here. I love how nice the trees are modeled here. Like, this is the, you know, I remember the times of FSX or Park 3D even. It wasn't that good. But all these modeling of trees and grass, it's so nice. It's so beautiful. Even if you land in the forest, you feel like you're in the forest. Because there's all these grass textures and all that. And performance is quite adequate for that. Oops. Oh no, my speed decreased, so let me just catch up to Eugene. Do some formation flying. Here we go. I'm gonna catch up to him. Let's do some. Yeah, raccoons get a visa to Ukraine. No, I don't think we had raccoons at the time. Raccoons came later. Yeah. Once the war is over, I'm definitely gonna go back to Ukraine. I love it. You know, I'm gonna go back. I don't know if I'll go back to Chernobyl. Probably not. But Ukraine, definitely. Like, I want to go to Lviv and, you know. So I've been to Odessa already. I'm gonna go to Kiev. Should be fun. I encourage you guys to do the same. Ukraine is so much fun. All right. Yeah, I've got this weird artifact like performance. If I overdo the torque, it starts to sway up and down. So I'll try to fix that. But there he is. I'm gonna catch up with Eugene. He's doing like some commando style. There he is. Awesome. Yeah, exactly. Politics and war sucks.
Something weird happened. I almost hit the tree.
Yeah, I think if you overdo the torque, it goes up and down for some reason for me. I don't know. I think that's why. Gotta keep it at 70, or if you do it more, it starts to behave strangely.
Yeah, but it seems like 65 is the best for me.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, 65 is ultimate. Nice. Oh, this is fun. That's a good idea. So we're almost there. We're almost at the Hostomel. That's the airport where Maria used to station. We're about 5 minutes away approximately. And do you have the Hostomel scenery?
I do.
Sweet, same here. Awesome. Nice. Oh, look at that nice field. We're gonna dive into it. There we go. Some low pass on the field. By the way, beautiful model of a helicopter. If you don't have it, I suggest you get it. It's from High Performance Group. There we go. And 1, 2, 3. Woo! There we go. Oh, that's some fun flying. That's like a Vietnam style flying right here. Okay, so Lysovici is right here, Lysovici. And then there's Eugene. Actually, I love the VATSIM performance. It performs really well. Like I see your aircraft performing really nicely. Like it's not choppy or anything.
By the way, that's not only Vietnam style, because I believe from the Vladimir video I saw that current military helicopter pilots in Ukraine, do this during missions in order not to be catching radars.
Oh yeah, that's right. I've seen that video too. That's insane. Yeah, they have to stay below radars. Yeah. The Mi-24s. By the way, do you have DCS?
Yeah, I do. I have 10 hours there. Not the proficient, but I do.
Okay, yeah, we should do something there. I think sometime. Maybe do like the member only streams and do some combat stuff on Mi-24. Do you have Mi-24?
No, but I have default one. But I can buy. That's not a problem. And what I really like there is that we can create some missions, some custom one. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, exactly. Missions, and we can actually fly it together. That's the cool thing.
Yeah, we definitely should try that.
Nice. That's a great idea. Okay, we're almost there. Almost there. Look, I still have 8 people watching. Nice. You guys are so cool. Thank you so much for support. All right. Yeah, Eugene's way faster than me. Okay, let me just catch up.
Should I slow down for a bit?
I think we're almost there, so it should be fine.
Got it.
I love the VHF effect on the VATSIM. It's so nice.
Yeah, and by the way, I checked yesterday. There is no VHF effect in pilotage, I believe.
Yeah, pilotage. I don't know. Yeah, they should fix it.
Yeah, they definitely should add it. Like, I can't imagine the radio communication without this effect. That's weird.
Yeah, same. Okay, I think we're very close, by the way.
Yep, I almost see the airport.
Yeah, same here. All right, so this is the Hostomel.
There's a nice field in front to really low pass.
Roger. I'm gonna do that low pass. Ooh, almost touched the grass. Make sure don't clip those trees. And there is Hostomel, the legendary Antonov airfield. It is coming. There it is on the right hand side. Like, I'll do the low pass over the field. See the runway?
Yep, runway inside. I should turn somehow, so go ahead.
Roger, I'm gonna enter from the runway 15 to low pass on the runway. There it is.
Runway 15, low pass, traffic inside.
Roger. There it is, runway 15. Yeah, look how long that runway is. This is specifically made for Maria. Well, Maria used to fly out of here before the Russian forces came in, and they dropped a whole bunch of paratroopers here. But the good news is that Ukrainians were ready for it, so they blocked the runway so no airplanes could land. So that actually contributed to
Approaching Wi-Fi 15 for long pass. I don't know why I said Wi-Fi.
Got it. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the hangars right after. Oh yeah, the Maria is here. Look at that, legendary Maria. So we're gonna exit taxiway. We'll exit taxiway at the edge of 33.
Roger.
There we go. There's that turn. Oh yeah, he decided to stay. Nice, because we're almost done. I think we should just explore the this beautiful airfield, and yeah, away we go. So this is the
Oh yeah, there is the nice one. I almost forgot the scenery.
Yeah, it's a really good scenery. So this is the Antonov 124. So that's the I think that's the Ruslan. It's called Ruslan. So that's not Maria. So as you can see, the tractor is being loaded. So that's one of the cargo transporters. And then, of course, we see some... Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah, pictures of Hostomel. Yeah. Oh, your father was enlisted. Oh, that's crazy. So there's An-2, by the way. And then I think this is the airframe.
Oops, that was a little bit of a mayday situation here.
Oh, what happened? What happened? Yeah, I think this is the airframe of the another Maria. I think. Yeah, it was destroyed. Yeah, it was destroyed, unfortunately. But in this scenery, we're essentially...
Okay, now I'm stable. So I actually hit the ground just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to me as well. Like I had this happen to me, and I had to catch the ground effect a few times. Yeah, so there's the N2. This is the Il-76. And here we are. I'm gonna land right in front of
I
Maria.
don't know, that flight's so good, but sometimes something like switching.
Yeah, I think it's the Savoy effect. I don't know how to say it, but I think that's what happens. I know, like, what's that effect on the helicopter? What do you
Yeah,
call it?
probably. But it's like I just need to get used to it just a bit.
Yeah. It's the... What's that effect when you get into your own wake and then you just get it drops you down? I don't know how to say it properly. But yeah, there's the Antonov An-225. There's the... That's where it was before it got destroyed. So it was sitting in this hangar. So there it is. No, it's not prop wash. It's something else. Forgot where it is. And there it is. You could see the An-2's downwash. Oh, I think it's downwash. Yeah, downwash. I think that's what it is. All right. And here we go. We just landed in the hangar where Maria used to be, in Hostomel. We're probably gonna park somewhere else, but just wanted to point out that this hangar was destroyed along with this beautiful aircraft, unfortunately. And yeah, we did talk about it before, so yeah, it's quite a sad story. Yeah, I'm gonna park, land and park on the main terminal. So I mean main ramp right here. So there's few spots for helicopters, I believe. Where the
Okay, right as that. I'll take place somewhere there as well.
that's where these pushback trucks are. Okay, let's see. And let's land and call it a day. That was awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for sticking around and having fun. I had a blast. Hope you did too. And now I gotta land this thing. I'm gonna just go sideways. Ukrainian controllers on VATSIM, actually some of them are, I heard. Because they do sound realistic, right? So I think they are. Great for sharing experience. Oh, for sure. And that's why we should fly with them, right? So like get them current. Well, at least not really. I'm not on VATSIM, but I mean like so that they can practice at least somewhat, right? Okay. I think that was a... I don't know. Is this... Okay, I don't think that's a good park. Okay, let me just redo this. I'm gonna park right next to this truck right here. That was a little bit embarrassing. There it is, and we'll just... Oh, next year. Oh yeah, exactly, right? That's always fun. All right, so lights are off. Okay, so After landing, strobes off, landing lights off, searchlight is off. And I think, did we turn on the searchlight? I don't think so. Yeah, we don't have the searchlight. Sorry, psych, neutral, collective. Down. Okay. Engine 1 and 2 switches to idle. Okay, so we're gonna wait for engine to cool down. Around 30 seconds. Alright, so 1 sec. Let's see. Alright, so power transfer fuel pumps off. Okay. Static co-pilot. That's off. And avionics master is off. Standby battery is off. Switch is off. Air conditioning off, and then engine 1 and 2. Okay, so we're idling, so let's see. It should be off after a while, so let me just double check. Yeah, let's do just turn them off. Yeah, blue one shutting down. I don't think we can even hear Eugene anymore, because, sorry. Okay, so...
Okay,
oh, we can
shut
hear.
the engines out as well. Thank you so much for the flight. That was amazing. That's nice.
Yeah, that was very... Thank you, by the way, flying with us, man. That was really cool. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for staying so late. And hope to see you tomorrow in Ibiza. Ibiza? I don't know.
Yeah, I hope I do it because it's like 5 a.m. for me.
Oh, is it? No. Ibiza is tomorrow. It should be at around evening, 8 p.m. That's 8 p.m. It should be around 8 p.m. because it's going to be 12:30 for me. So let me just do that. Ibiza. Oh, I did it wrong. No, wait, I did it right. 12:30 p.m. Yeah, 12:30. Oh, do побачення. Do побачення. All right, excellent. Exactly. So do побачення means good night. All right, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. That was so much fun. I didn't anticipate for this to be that long, but it was fun. It was not scripted. You know, it was very raw as oh, it's 5 a.m. now. Wow, not for stream. Okay, got it. Oh, Eugene. Wow, man, you're such a hero. Staying so late, so early for you. Gotta go sleep. Anyways, thank you guys. It was incredible. Thanks so much for sharing this with me, and I'm always happy to share my knowledge and fly together. And I will see you tomorrow for a quick flight to Ibiza from Barcelona. That's how Spaniards say it. And then we might go back to Barcelona after flying to Ibiza. So we'll see how it goes. And if we get enough people watching, we'll probably fly back. If not, we'll just do a short flight. Anyways, thanks so much. You guys are awesome. Thank you, and have a